I'm fucking with it. I'll listen to that like over and over.
Just hold on, I will be shot. Ain't tripping out.
Ask some questions. Ask some questions. But I'll wait.
I love it. Give me that bitch. On the west side, on the 10. Swinging my nuts. Fuck it, let's grill. Fuck it, let's spill. Spin a few grams. Bitch, nigga, never touch too much. Nigga, don't stick too far. Big truck, big girl, big pop. Them niggas tryna hit my dust. Tryna get my trust. But it's all out lust.
I think it's on the Academics platform.
I love to say with rap.
Oh, you dropped the 9 hours?
Black 100. Yeah.
They say I'm a cool cat. Fuck that, tell them bitches I'm a top. Get shot, roll up with the propane. Outside, push niggas. I was like, 100. Got the money in the hand, now I'm walking out. Every time we hit the red light, just shine in.
Even still with the
Episode number this is
28.
Welcome to another episode of Everything Under the Sky. Look at that Birdman camera. I'm your host Lamar here with some really good people, my really good friends. We got my boy Uriah here.
What's good, everyone?
We got Young Wax here.
What's going on?
Another Friday for the Trap, episode 28. Thank everybody for watching. How you guys doing this week?
Damn, we made it to 28. We made it to our goal.
Was that our goal?
Was that really the goal we set?
No.
I was like, I don't remember this. It must have been hella high. But for me, I'm good, man. I'm good, man. I'm good.
I'm good. Music is good. Summertime
Summer's
almost
good.
over. It's been a great summer though.
Low-key
Last summer
flew
was
by.
like nothing.
But this summer flew by. It
This
seemed like.
year, bro. It's
Yeah.
already August.
Like,
Shit's not slowing down.
not slowing down. Not slowing down at all. Time is flying.
How you doing, Waxy?
I'm good, man. Hopefully I don't get too much more sun. I feel like I've been in the sun too much.
You been burnt.
Feel burned. But nah, man, I'm good. I think I'm about to do like a 30-day vegan challenge or just whatever you want to call it. Go 30 days vegan. You guys want to join me?
So what is is it a challenge that you've seen, or what does this consist of?
Or just a goal. I mean, I feel like
Okay, yeah, this is a goal.
Because
Like
the
30
challenges
days.
be like kind of cloudy. It's like kind of hype. Everything has a challenge. you know?
Yeah.
Right, that's what I was like, if, whatever you want to call it. But
Okay.
it's not nothing I've seen or anything. I just always do this once a year at least.
So does that mean like no processed foods, no cheese,
Exactly.
no meat, obviously?
Right.
Okay.
Super vegan.
Yep.
So what about ketchup? Does that fall in the line of vegan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ketchup?
Yeah.
It's not that extreme.
Okay.
Is it because it's kind of processed and stuff?
It is. It has a lot of sugar. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well, if you feel that way, well, I would stay away from it.
For sure.
Unless you
that's
get like.
that's the type of thing I'm trying to cleanse. That I'm trying to do is like cleanse from
Well, even
every-
like-
anything that you think is bad. Just stay
Well, even
away from
mayo.
it for 30 days.
I mean, mayo has eggs in it.
right? No, yeah.
Yeah.
Cut mayo out.
Yeah.
So yeah, ketchups.
Okay, for sure.
Yes.
I'll give it a go.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could do 30 days because I'm about to go on a vacation in a few
Bro,
weeks.
if you do 7 days, that's amazing.
7 days sounds more doable.
I could definitely do 7 days.
Because it sounds like you've never done this before.
No, I have.
Okay.
But I'm going on vacation, and I know if I'm going on vacation, I want to enjoy myself.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So,
definitely.
yeah.
Nah, you don't want to do it when you have something where you're gonna be miserable. People gonna be looking at you like, why aren't you eating?
People gonna be eating out.
'Cause that's gonna just put more stress on you. It's definitely gotta be somewhere where you know there's gonna be a lot of downtime.
There's no birthdays
Right.
and
So
no
I'm gonna have to
celebrations.
think about that because yeah, the
It's
summer's
crazy.
not over yet. So maybe I'll wait till the summer's over.
It's crazy you brought it up because I went to Houston over the weekend, and out there, like I feel like I was just eating bad.
H-Town.
H-Town, yeah.
Paul Wall, baby. Young Paul Wall.
Yo, yeah. First and foremost, I don't even know if I could ever live in Houston.
Was it too sweaty?
Bro,
I
my
already knew it was
God, bro, it was horrible.
How hot was it? Like 100 and humid, or was it like 90?
100 and humid. Even if it would have been the 90. Like one day on Friday when I was there, it was super hot, and all of a sudden rain came out of nowhere,
It rains a lot in Houston.
and it rains hard. Like it's not like a normal rain that we get here in Denver. But
I wonder why.
Probably
It's like that
close to the
Florida
ocean.
rain. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, it kind of is like Florida. It reminds me of Florida, but hotter. I believe it gets hotter in Texas. And it's just too hot. It was like late afternoon, almost nighttime. We were chilling by a pool, and I was just sitting there, and I was sweating, and I'm like, nah, I can't do
He's
this.
like, I'm going in the house.
Yeah, this is horrible. Even in air conditioning, you still feel like you're hot.
Damn.
But back to the vegan thing and brought me to Houston is they eat differently out there. There's a lot of like barbecue, soul food, stuff like that. So I was
They eat good in Texas.
and they give you a lot of food. And last night I was like, man, I feel horrible. I feel like I just need to eat some veggies. I went to the store and straight bought a cucumber, carrots, celery, chopped that shit up, ate it, and I was like, all right, I feel better because I was like eating so bad while I was out there. But it was fun though. I
It's
had
just,
fun.
yeah, they give you just a lot of food and grease. That's why everybody's so thick out there though. That's why the girls got the booties.
Well, and also you can't do anything outside. Like no one's outside doing an
Yeah,
activity.
it's
It's
too
too
hot.
fucking hot.
Yeah, so they're just eating and chilling.
Exactly. Like that's what they do.
Trying to
out there.
stay cool.
It's like they go from one AC to another AC
Yeah,
to
man.
another AC, and then it's nighttime, and guess what? It's still hot.
That's why they build like horses out there.
I was
All horses
wondering,
do, they eat
like-
and try to stay cool.
it's hella hot in Vegas too, but
It's more dry.
nah, there's more crackheads out. Well, like they be off cocaine. They don't be eating out there anyway. So I was like, oh, that doesn't really add up. But it do be hot in Vegas too.
True.
But it makes sense. You just go from AC to AC, whereas out here there's like hella hiking, there's hella bike lanes, there's hella
People are hella healthy out here.
rec centers and boys and girls clubs. Like where my mom's from in Indiana, in Gary, Indiana, there's no rec centers. There's no
That's
boys and
crazy
girls
to think
clubs.
about.
For fun, there's no hikes. There's barely any parks for fun. People just walk around. Like, you want to go for a walk? Like, I mean, I guess nothing else to do.
Right.
And that's why people get into so much trouble is because there's nothing to do. But I guess that is a good segue into something I learned this past week. I don't know when this was, what, 2 days ago? It's, 3
3
days
days
ago.
ago.
It says Colorado turned 145.
Wow.
Yeah, happy birthday, Colorado.
Yeah, that's crazy. 145. That's not even that old.
What was it before?
It was it before. It was 150 or 44 then.
Wait, what are you asking?
Wait, what are you answering?
Yeah, what are you at? I'm just kidding. I'm confused. You
What
say
was Colorado 147 years ago?
It's probably Mexico.
it was a
or-
part of the what was it? The
Louisiana
Louisiana
Purchase?
Purchase. I don't know what it would be considered at that point in time. Mexico owned it. Technically, it was Mexico at that time. I think.
Man, there's a lot of like Indians and Mexicans and Mexican Indians around this little southwest area.
Yeah.
And then yeah, I think the Louisiana Purchase happened. They purchased a lot of this from Mexico. I could totally just be making all this up. It's somebody.
Yeah, I was like, this is
y'all know
bro-
y'all history. That's crazy.
I could be kind of. I'm freestyling
I
just
was
a
like,
little bit
Louisiana,
right
But
that's
now.
far away.
I feel
but
like-
okay, I believe y'all.
It feels
they
accurate.
purchased a lot of land.
I
with
remember
that,
the
though.
Louisiana Purchase. I don't know if Colorado was a part of it, but I'm gonna take y'all's word for it. In the comments, if y'all really know the history, let us know.
Either way, happy birthday, Colorado.
Nah, for sure. This is crazy. 100, it's not even that old. Yeah.
I know some people 145.
Boy, I know you.
Where y'all?
My bad. I looked into it. I had to know.
Yeah.
Parts of Colorado were.
Yeah, okay.
Southern and western Colorado were a part of Spain, then known as Mexico, or it says then Mexico. Sorry, Spain, then Mexico, and that changed on February 2nd, 1848.
Nice.
But who cares? Let's move on.
Yeah, I mean that's close enough. Yeah, close enough. I feel like we're close enough on par. But
At the end of the day,
I don't know. I
they
was trying
bought
to think.
some land that wasn't supposed to be sold.
It was the colonizers, yeah, for sure.
I was trying to think about just now how I'm totally freestyling this question about Colorado, but this is an easy one. What's your favorite thing about living in Colorado?
Bro, the lakes and the mountains.
4 seasons.
For me, it's the mountains. I'm definitely more of a beach person, but for the mountains to actually like be able to compete with the beach is crazy because I love the beach so much. But there's a certain like solstice in the mountains for sure.
I agree, definitely the mountains. But for me, it's the 4 seasons. Like I just like that sort of changing, going through the moods of that. Because at a certain point, I'm tired of summer, and at a certain point, I'm tired of winter,
Winter.
and then spring and fall are just like beautiful. So I like it. It's like stages.
Yeah, the weather. I agree with you.
Yeah.
You got some beautiful weather. I don't
Colorado.
want everybody to know that though. I don't want everybody to move it here, man.
It's already too late.
It's
man.
too
I
late,
think
bro.
I think the word is out.
Have you guys ever watched the aspens change colors?
Like drive up to the.
Yeah.
Nah, but I hear it's
Changing.
But right now is a good time, like near September, going into
Right.
late
That's what I was
August.
asking,
Yeah,
so we could plan a trip.
we should do that. Yeah,
Just go like every week and just watch them change colors.
take pictures of them.
Yeah,
That should be dope.
Yeah, I hear about it all the time. But
I'm trying to do like a little photo. What you call
Collage.
it? Lapse.
how it like
Yeah, like I know what you're saying.
But a day
goes
lapse.
through the. It's gonna be going through the colors. Are you gonna have a different outfit at the same time or the same outfit like Kanye?
Damn, I got a lot to think about.
Yeah, something to think about. Let's keep plan. I would be totally down. We haven't had a
I
photo
wasn't
shoot
even
in
gonna
a
put
long
myself in
time.
the
Yeah,
picture.
it's been a minute. I've been thinking about that too.
We definitely gotta take a trip
Perfect.
next
Yeah,
year.
let's do that.
Yeah, let's do it.
That way we'll
Definitely taking
have
it
a
to
photo
next
shoot
level.
once a week.
Once a week, that should be dope. Let's do it. I'm with it. We should get,
That
because
means I
also,
wear a different outfit to answer your question.
besides just getting pictures of us, I want to get pictures of the landscape in a time lapse like that too.
Yeah, I think that's what we're hitting at.
Oh, I thought we were talking about us getting photos, but I'm with both. I'm with
No,
all
like
of it.
going up to the Aspens every once a week to watch them change and take photos of them changing, but we're in the photo as well.
Yeah, but I'm saying without us in the photos, I want pictures of that.
Yeah, you can do that too.
Yeah.
Both.
You don't talk whatever you want, bro.
He gonna be acting like he's taking a photo with you, and you're not even gonna be in.
Nah, I'm gonna let you guys know. Like,
Move to the
come on.
left a little bit.
Nah, move
A
out
little bit more to the left.
Nah, cause I'll probably set up a tripod and shit like that.
Oh,
You would know.
That's
Yeah,
dope though.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
145. I wonder what's the oldest state? Like, what was the first state in the U.S.? It had to
Somewhere
be-
on the East
I was
Coast.
about to say, it had to be one of them
West
East,
Florida.
Maine,
Yeah.
fucking Massachusetts. Whoever goes to Massachusetts.
We're about to have a history lesson.
Hella history lesson.
Somebody.
Delaware is what it says.
Ugh.
I knew that too.
That's a nasty first
Yeah,
state
I
to
collect-
purchase.
I collect quarters and yeah.
Delaware's gross. And then
I know.
Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Georgia.
Georgia.
Okay, Georgia's been long standing. That's dope.
Yeah, so they just skipped all the land and went straight to Georgia, man.
And I feel like states used to be way bigger, and then they like kind of made them smaller. And kind of
Yeah,
like started
Definitely, because
expanding.
Louisiana was huge.
Yeah.
Have y'all ever been to Louisiana?
Nah, I haven't. Nah,
No,
I haven't really been
to
to.
Florida on that side.
Yeah, same. Florida, Texas now. Well, Houston is pretty close to like Louisiana.
I've been to Alabama, Georgia. That's really it. I haven't been to Tennessee. I've been to Texas, Florida, of course. I haven't really been northeast though, like Pennsylvania, DMV area, New York. Yeah, that's the
What about
one.
like Chicago or anything?
I've been Midwest.
Okay.
It's crazy they call it Midwest and it's so east.
It is, yeah.
But
But we're called like West Coast, and we're not really West Coast.
Yeah,
It depends on who
We're
you
What
ask.
consider us.
We're-
I was gonna say that's
we're
not. Yeah.
We're not West Coast.
we're technically
I agree with
Midwest.
you.
yeah, we're.
That's what I would agree
Are
with.
we West or
No, we're
Midwest?
west though. I think we're west.
So we're just West, but
We're
we're
like-
not West Coast.
we're like
No,
Central
we don't have a
West.
coast.
Okay, so
Yeah,
we're just
right.
West.
We're like
Okay.
I would say Central
We're
West.
still West.
Okay.
For sure west.
We're not Midwest.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
people
people in
will
the time
argue that
zones were mountain
Half
time.
of Colorado is probably Midwest. Like the farm area going into Nebraska is probably Midwest.
nah, because even Kansas isn't really.
You don't think so? Kansas is not Midwest?
Once you hit St. Louis, it's like okay.
So what's Kansas? West?
Who
Ah,
cares?
I don't know.
I don't think people care too much about Kansas. But once you hit Missouri, it's like Midwest, Chicago. I had a road trip from here to Indiana, and I went through all them states. So it was cool.
I like road trips.
I know I want to get like a camper
I
type
got like a
deal.
love
Like RV?
relationship.
Hell,
Ooh, that was
just-
yeah. Oh,
I like it.
campers. I've experienced campers not on my own, but like
Other
friends having them,
people's,
and I'm
yeah.
like, damn, this is
Go
perfect.
Like,
Like,
they kinda
I have my
expensive,
tent, and they got
bro.
their camper, and I'm like, I need a camper.
They're kind of expensive.
Exactly.
Like I don't even need nothing
Houses.
crazy, but like for a solid one, it's at least 20 to 30K.
Yeah, but if you could go, you know, like hit up the black market, whatever you want to call it.
And you can
the
partner
Facebook
with
market or
partners and like, hey, I got 5, you got 5, you got 5. Let's see what you can get. Like, hey, I got a road trip with the fam this weekend. Let me like, all right, come in, come pick it up. It's
Yeah.
like, hey, it's my season. Let me go on and get it. But we should definitely look into that too. This episode is full of ideas. I fucks with it. Episode 28. Where should we get started? I'm not gonna lie, I don't have much.
I feel like let's start
There's
with.
a lot that we don't need much.
There's a lot of like,
A lot to talk
I say we start with like TV shows and movies because
Okay.
I feel like we always
I like that.
forget that. So let's just get it out of the way real quick.
kinda. I feel like we could do bingeables and then let's go music and then
Okay.
other stuff. Real quick though, we always got to sprinkle in the black excellence before it gets too late. It's crazy because there's so many people turning into billionaires, bro.
Yeah.
And I
It's
think
inflation.
it's because like, and it, not even like so many people. It's so many like, how do I say it? Like musicians, but just people that are part of the culture. And
that's what's really dope about it.
and it's like every day it's like, oh, this person's a billionaire, this person's a new billionaire. If people don't know what we're talking about, it says Rihanna is officially a billionaire, making her the wealthiest female musician on earth.
Wow.
Not
Wow.
black musician,
Wow.
not this, that, and the third. She's the wealthiest female musician.
That's crazy. I wonder if she ain't dropping it.
Yeah, why
She
would
don't
you?
need to.
She working on her.
Her business, man. That's why ASAP ain't dropping no album
Bitch,
either.
but I have my money.
They're like, hey, we
They
good.
don't need to.
Glamour Mag post. Is anybody surprised? Definitely not. It says the music icon is now worth an estimated 1.7 billion, making her the wealthiest female musician on earth, and the second wealthiest female entertainer, only behind Oprah Winfrey. Rihanna has Fenty Beauty, of course, to thank for 1.4 billion of her fortune. So the other 0.7 is other. That's crazy.
So she, without Fenty, she'd just be a 700 millionaire.
Or no, 0.3,
Yeah.
$300 millionaire, 300 millionaire.
Uh,
It says not to mention her lingerie company, Savage Fenty, brought in an additional 270
Oh, wow.
million.
so
The rest
she's-
of her money comes from her career as
Oh,
a
wow.
singer and actor.
Yeah, no wonder she ain't dropping no albums.
So
She's
30
like, that
million.
doesn't make me the money.
30
right?
million comes, wait, as an actor? I've never seen her act.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I
Yeah,
have.
that shit movie, what was that called?
It wasn't that bad, but Childish Gambino?
Yeah. Oh, no, that's the summer vacation
Yeah.
one or whatever it was
Yeah,
called. No, I'm
on
talking about
Hulu.
that like where they're on an actual battleship.
Oh,
yeah.
no, it's called Battleship.
Is that see? Yes.
Oh, okay, the ship movie.
Yeah.
I thought you
yeah.
said the shit movie.
Nah,
You said shit movie.
nah, shit.
I was like,
Shit,
damn,
that's
not like that.
Yeah, you just trashed me like that.
I never heard you
Nah, it wasn't that bad. Those two weren't that bad.
She's solid.
It's not my vibe, the movie that it was, I'd say, but it wasn't bad.
It was watchable.
It was watchable.
It was definitely worth the watch. Battleship was cool, and they tried to like kill it because it's like based off of a game, like an old school
Yeah.
game. And so I get it, but it just didn't really. The plot was kind of weird, but she killed the acting.
Yeah.
But that's crazy. 30 million of her 1.7 billion comes from singing and acting,
Yeah,
and she sells a lot of records.
That's crazy.
yeah, that's,
It makes sense though.
that just goes to show, man. You gotta do more than just music if you're trying to get that bag. As far as being an artist,
Yeah,
we always like talk about they should get paid more for their streams and they're paid unfair. So like that should not be your focus. Like get past that and go get the bag, bro.
No, I was talking to my cousin about it literally yesterday. We had some family in town, so we were just like hanging out together. And he's an aspiring musician. He's a musician. Fuck aspiring. And we were just talking about like musicians becoming rich, basically. And he was like, yeah, well, how do you become rich off rap? I'm like, you're probably not gonna become rich off rap. If you look at all the musicians, all the popular musicians that have money, none of them only rap. They're all like, they have partnerships, or they own this, or they do this. None of them are just rapping. And that goes for male and female.
What I think they learn is once they learn the business, they learn how to make passive income through their career of rapping. So they start investing in certain things. That way their money's helping them make money. So that's what Rihanna's doing. She created a whole business, and then just based off of her brand and herself as a
Her
brand.
likeness.
Yeah, she was able to create something even bigger that people really liked, and I think that's kind of what it is. They're learning how to make passive income. So that's, yeah.
Well,
Well, like,
I don't-
y'all love me that much. Okay, let's see how much y'all really love me. Let me make a product, sell it to y'all. If y'all buy it, y'all really love me.
And I don't think I get that, but I don't think it's that easy. I feel like,
Well, yeah, it's easier said than done.
right, for
Well,
her.
if you have that status, it's easy for her to do
Yeah,
that.
Kind
That
of.
was
I
her.
just think that she realized space in the market that was needed, because there's a lot of musicians who endorse this or endorse that, but I think what makes Fenty Beauty different, and also Savage, even lingerie, like Savage is a little bit newer, but even still, that's 270 million. So if she sells her stake in that, it's probably worth double that, because they're projecting the future, right?
Mhm.
Right,
But
definitely.
there was no real cosmetics. Talking to all the women and all my female friends, there's no real cosmetics that target black women in that color tone. And what
Yeah.
Rihanna was saying is, I'm an entertainer and I'm learning firsthand. So what I'm gonna do is create one that focuses on this market specifically. Boom, blew up. Savage kind of focuses on women of all types of sizes, so not just like skinny, petite, Victoria's Secret. So like she's noticing little things in the market, and she's like, okay, this is smart. This is smart. So she's making the right business moves. And like you said, a lot of times just off your likeness, you can sell stuff, but for it to be worth $1 billion, you gotta just notice that niche in the market, like Puff. Like nobody has a vodka out, huh? No, there's no black-owned vodka out. There's no black owned champagne. They don't like us with Cristal. Why don't we just make our own champagne and sell it for 5 times the price? You know what I'm saying? So it's all about just, we talk about it all the time, having that team.
For sure.
And she was like, you know what? This is what we're gonna do. So shout out.
But I like that they're using their passion and something that they've worked on to help fund these projects.
Hella.
Because that's what it is. It's like, it's building blocks. You know what I mean?
It's a springboard. And that's what I was telling him too. It's all about being marketable at the end of the day, because that's what's going to bring those partnerships and just having that personality. But I would argue against your point of saying that's passive income. I would say that's actually active income, and I think the music is passive income. What I was explaining to him and what I kind of learned from Nipsey Hussle is he calls it mailbox money. So from like your streams, YouTube, all these other streaming services, you're not going to get rich off that. That's going to be passive income that you might be able to pay this bill with, but it's like long term. So you get checks monthly, or you get this monthly, or whatever it is, but it's not like big lump sums. So I would say that's actually more passive income. And then after you get that passive, then it's like, okay, well, what can I really use my likeness to actively bring in now? And I'm interested to see if she's ever gonna like sell any of her like businesses,
Yeah.
the majority stake of any of them. I would be interested to see.
I wouldn't.
I guess I was just thinking more passive is like, as soon as you invest, you may not have your fingerprints on everything.
Just making your money work for your
Yeah,
money.
exactly, yeah.
I get what you're saying.
But I see where you're coming from. That does make sense.
You said if you were her, you wouldn't sell the company or her majority stake.
I know I said that, and I started thinking about what I just said, and like, I wouldn't sell it right away. Maybe eventually down the line, like, something's always for
Like
sale.
say, Hov is the king of that.
Right, like,
Getting the
everything
business
is for
and
sale
selling.
at the end of the day.
No, that's for
Everything.
sure. And
For the right price.
right, and I would try and do something to where I at least am on the board, so my voice is still in, and I would keep some type of percentage. But shit, if they want to buy majority of it for X billion amount of money,
But this made her a billionaire already? What is she gonna sell it for? To be a trillionaire?
nah, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, she's good.
But that's the thing. She's worth it. The company's worth this, so she doesn't have this. She only gets that worth if she sells
I
it,
got
right?
you, I got you.
So it's like, yeah, she could live out to be 70,
They
and,
could pay her out,
right, basically,
and then somebody else could be an owner.
and just focus on, because it's long.
And they'll
It's
get
long
that
term.
revenue. It's all about how much of that revenue is going to her. But I think she's still good, regardless. Like, bro,
She's
how
good.
much money do you need? Yeah.
She's good.
Like, if you're getting a revenue off of $1 billion company, whatever that revenue is, you're good, bro.
Yeah, but for how long? It's about generational wealth. You're trying to be like Walmart and Disney and get that shit to our kids. And what's the Knicks owner name? They just pass that shit down to kid to kid to kid to kid to kid.
Man, why can't I think
Dolan.
Dolan.
Yeah,
James
that's
Dolan.
the Lakers bust. That's all they do is pass it down to their kids.
Or the owner of the Raiders.
Yeah,
Davis,
literally.
Mark Davis.
So like, it's generational. Yeah, this is enough money for me, but I'm trying to feed my whole, put my whole tree on. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm saying though, like, even if she passes it down, that revenue is still going to who she passes it down to. But if she sells it, now she has money that she needs to regenerate. Now she needs to put that money to work. If she sells it,
Not if she sells it for billions of dollars.
so you're saying $1 billion? How long is billions of dollars gonna last?
A long time.
That's the argument. Do you want to sell it for billions and make $1 billion last, or have the business forever? Is the business gonna die?
Right. That's the scare. You never know.
That's-
There could
so-
be competitors that come in. There's
Mhm.
other factors at base.
So it depends.
Makeup can be totally extinct in 30 years, and then damn, I'm just like out of all my money. So that's why I think like Jay-Z. That's why I think he sells a lot of his businesses because you can't predict the future.
Yeah, but you
So if
still.
I can get 2 billion, 3 billion, which is generational wealth now,
Okay, but you're gonna just let that billion sit, or you're gonna put that billion to work?
what do you think? Jay-Z, me or Jay-Z, or like
Us, we're having a conversation.
put it to work? Of course, I'm not just gonna let it sit.
Okay. I'm
That's
just
what
saying,
you
like,
do,
is
man.
$1 billion
That's the
good
real
enough to
business.
just have generational wealth? Like, how?
No, you get it and you make it. She's Rihanna and she's not even 40. She's gonna come up with more businesses and just keep reinvesting.
Kanye, Jay-Z,
Rock Nation.
Beyonce.
They're like-
Whoever's-
They're all billionaires, which is crazy. But we've seen them, instead of Jay-Z, we've seen them all get started, which is crazy. We've seen their whole trajectory.
I mean, you kind of saw Jay-Z if you want to like look back.
Kinda, but like I wasn't really outside.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If you want to look back to like videos and research.
No, yeah, I mean, I literally seen
Watch
Kanye
these,
get
yeah.
up. I remember watching
Kanye,
Through the
Rihanna
Wire
for
on BET,
Me too.
and I was like, I do not like this song. I was like, what is?
Why does he sound like that?
Yeah, and like it was like all old fashioned and
Yeah.
stuff. I was like, what is
Did
this?
you know he got in an accident when you were listening? to him?
When I was watching it,
I
and
didn't
then-
know right away till later on.
yeah, and after the video, and then you're like, oh wait, this
Yeah.
is him. But then like you listen to it a couple more times, and you grow up, and you're like, damn, this is like the greatest song of all
And
time.
then you really listen to it, you appreciate it.
Yeah, because I was like 11, I didn't know what was going on. I was trying to see some Bow Wow Harlem Shaking.
And my cousins was like, bro, listen to this dude rapping with his mouth wired. I was like, what? And we were listening. I was like, this is crazy. And I was just appreciating that he was rapping with his mouth wired. And I was
Alright,
like,
now
who is this guy?
that same guy is worth a billion.
And I was
Well,
like,
and he also produces.
Yeah,
produces,
Rihanna.
so, yeah.
I think the trend's going to continue. I think a couple people who we can see this continuing for. I think J. Cole is going to touch that billion
he's
here
part of the camp.
sooner than later.
Whoever's part of that camp.
I think Travis
Sure.
Scott is going to touch a billion,
He's part of the camp.
working with Nike and Jordan,
Bro, everybody that's
McDonald's.
everybody that Jay-Z has touched.
I think who else?
I got a question. Wale.
Nah, he doesn't really do nothing outside of.
They let him hang.
He just doesn't really do much outside, and he doesn't like. J. Cole has a whole label, and Wale
Mhm.
doesn't. So
Yeah, Wale just.
I think Meek could touch a billion because he does a lot of partnerships. He has a
that
lot
Rose
of.
effect.
He has a lot
Rick
of
Ross effect.
important big people around him.
I was just gonna say.
Rick Ross.
Rick can definitely hit that billion. Wayne, Drake, of course.
Drake's like gonna be announced next.
Yeah, he's soon. He's
Yeah.
coming soon.
He's gonna be like
for
the
sure.
youngest.
But what's crazy about Drake is most of that shit is from his music.
He was like the first artist signed to Jordan, like non-athlete signed to Jordan, right?
I'm not sure. But
I'm
the
not sure either.
funny thing with Drake is whereas like 30 million is attributed to Rihanna's, and she doesn't really tour like that. Drake tours like every year.
Right, he's on everybody's shit. He's getting a bag everywhere.
Drake's money is probably earns 100 million
Think so? I
Probably
would
just
just
for
50.
money. He earns a lot just from streams. He's the most streamed ever on Spotify.
True.
Ever.
I'll give him close to 100.
He's like hit 1 billion streams on every streaming service.
True.
If you ever, because you know how Apple has like, you can go through and look at the people's faces. If you ever go to Drake's and look at his albums, you'll see so many faces. Everybody's always listening to Drake. It's kind of crazy. I do that time to time. It's like, what's other people listening to? And I would see, and Drake is always 5 people listening to this album, 3 people here, and it's like every album,
Because
bro.
everybody goes through relationships, bro.
And I think that's what makes Drake different is he has a song for everything, not even just relationships.
True. Everybody goes through situationships.
He's just relatable.
He's a situationship rapper.
He's a relatable AF. I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
that's why Lil Wayne was like, people ain't ready for him.
He
People
said-
ain't ready for
he
this
said,
raw.
we gonna be alright if we put Drake on there, we hug. And he wasn't lying.
Bro, Drake was cool. Drake was cool. He was doing his own hooks, rapping. This from Drake was, that shit was crazy.
Alright, I don't know what else to call this other than the bingeables segment. And I stole that from Joe Budden, but fuck it, until we can name it something better.
I was always gonna ask you what that meant.
Bingeables.
You
know
binge
what it-
watch.
Yeah, you know what it means to binge?
Yeah.
And then it's just things you binge. But I did steal it from them for sure. Welcome to the bingeables. All about the bingeables, baby. Yeah, that's funny. I need to get the instrumental. But yeah, what have you guys been watching? Movies, shows, YouTube, Vimeo. What have you guys been watching lately that's you want to either share or that you just thought was interesting?
We already talked about low key and all that on here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We touched on the Naomi. I brought it up on here. I know you said you only watched 2 episodes.
Yeah, I saw 2, but you definitely like get to. She is so innocent. That's for sure. That's the first thing you get. Like, they kind of explain how she just like moved out to LA. It was her first time being by herself. She's not around anyone, and then you could just tell like she just has had a very different life than a lot of
Right.
people for sure.
She was homeschooled. I learned
Yeah.
that during there.
Yeah, so I liked it. You also brought up White Lotus. I watched that on my plane trips as well. And I actually really liked it. I was shocked that I liked it. Because at first I'm like, where's
You
this
didn't
going?
know what was
Yeah, I was
going
like, what's
on.
going
Me
on?
either. I was like bored, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just trust HBO. They kept like highlighting it and presenting
Yeah.
it. And then one of the girls from Insecure is in it.
Yeah.
Natasha Bedingfield.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the masseuse lady.
Yeah,
right?
and she's a writer on Insecure too. So I was
Okay.
like, maybe she's like involved somehow in that. So that was really what brought me to it. And I was just randomly watching it. The girl from Euphoria's in it too.
Yep.
Cassie.
The daughter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cute ass. Her and her friend are hella fine.
Hell, yeah.
But I was like, okay, I know them. Oh, I know him. Like even like the
The
dad.
dad was in older movies in the 2000s.
The dude, the husband and the wife, and he's like, this isn't the room we.
Yeah, he gets on my nerves. My God, bro.
Yo,
From the
it's a
start, even the
great
very first, he was
show.
just like, just shut your fucking mouth or whatever. In the very first scene of the movie.
When he was like, oh, what happened to your wife? He was like, we're not married anymore. But yeah, I like how they like, that's Breaking Bad style, how they like started at the end and you're like, wait, what? And then they like went back in time. And then
But you could tell leading up to that,
Oh,
when
she's
watching it.
pissed.
Yeah, bro.
I think there's 4 episodes.
Well,
that
and
I've seen.
he's a trust fund baby, bro. So you can just tell he's been sheltered his whole life.
Have you seen the most recent episode?
The 4th one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
And his mom came?
Yeah, bro, and then that was the superstar girl, you remember?
Yeah.
That movie? Yeah.
And the wife was like, what?
What the fuck? And
She's like, I'm
oh,
sorry. I didn't mean to pull up. I'm like, I know this, mom. That's so funny.
this
I
leads
know
to my favorite character, which is the manager.
Oh,
The one-
yeah.
Yeah.
He's like the main character.
You could, I think you would say either. Yeah, it's probably him, huh?
It's because it's like his show. Like, well,
Yeah.
not like literally his show, but like he runs everything.
Because he has to deal with
He's the
everyone.
head of
Yeah, he
everything,
deals with
yeah.
everyone. I didn't even notice that until you said that.
But he is, he's hilarious.
Bro, yeah, he's funny. And the funniest part was in the beginning that lady was pregnant and no one knew, and then all of a sudden that was going on.
In his office.
Yeah, in his office. I fuck with it though. It's like It kind of gives me like the morning show vibes, but it's not really the morning
It's
show. Like
definitely drier.
yeah, more
comedy.
drier drama sort of thing.
I like it.
Something random, and I don't know why this is coming to mind, but on YouTube, I don't know what has drawn me to this, but I keep seeing like chiropractor videos. Have you guys ever been to a chiropractor?
Never.
Never.
But I'm glad you brought that up.
Okay.
Keep going.
It just brings me to that. I've been stuck on that shit, watching people get their shit cracked
Just
all
cracked.
crazy, and it'll be like professional athletes and like people like will be crying thanking this man because not because it hurt, because he really fixed
Yeah, like
something
it's
for
like a
him. Yeah,
miracle.
like dang, I haven't been able to turn my neck for this long, and now I can finally do it. Or I've had this pain forever, and like now I don't have it no more. And like people start crying in the moment. Like it's
That's
kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You're scared of that shit?
I'll be watching those videos. I'm like, hell no.
Well, just when they be like 1, 2,
Yeah. Seriously, anything cracking? Nah, bro.
I never
Don't
that.
crack
Put your arms
nothing.
together.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the?
I remember somebody did that to me. They was like, go like this. I was like, what? And he was like, ah. My back cracked. I was like, what the fuck? Like the sound just like freaked me out, but low key that.
It felt better though, right? Yeah.
I would definitely do it.
But I was pissed because I was like, bro, you just cracked my back. I was still pissed because he cracked
Yeah.
it. Like I was like, bro,
I don't know
crack
people
my
like
shit.
that. The funniest thing I can remember is you came back from the chiropractor. He
Oh.
was like, bro, it was dope. And you was talking all this stuff. And I was like, yeah. And then you like walked past me. You was walking all straight up. I was like, I ain't never seen him walk that straight. You had your chest up, everything, shoulders forward. I'm like, damn, that shit must work because you was walking straight up.
Bro, well, there's people that say like they grow inches. I think Big Sean was just
That's
there.
what I
He
was gonna
said,
say.
yeah, he. Oh, you had it typed in. This fool said he grew 2 inches, but I really believe that too. I did feel taller after he did all that shit. I had a hip out of place, and they like my shit was hurting, my lower back was hurting. But as soon as they did that, like I was a little bit sore afterwards, and they said that's pretty common because your body's used to being out of place. And your muscles are used to that, so when they readjust it, like you're gonna be a little sore, it's gonna be a little inflamed. But I just iced it. After that, I was like, damn, I feel good. And since that point in time, my shit has not hurt.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm glad you brought that up because I seen this story about Big Sean saying he grew 2 inches after going to the chiropractor on Breakfast Club, and they were shitting on him. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm probably like 5'10" now."
Hell.
And they were like, "Wait, they say he grew 2 inches." And they were like, yeah, he was, or Angela Lee was like, he was 5'8". They were like, he was not 5'8". There's no way he was 5'8". He was like 5'5", 5'6". And she's like, no, look at Wikipedia. It says he's 5'8". They're like, I've stood next to Sean. He's 5'6".
So now he's 5'8". Now
Right.
they had to update that fast.
I said solid. Whole running 5'10".
5'10".
Solid.
Whole 5'10", you see him?
So bitch, look at me next to him, bitch. Try to hate on me like. Try to hate on me like I'm 5'6".
5'10".
Try to hate on me like I'm 5'6" though.
5'10".
Bitch.
5'10".
So he's trying to say he's not
I feel like
5'6". Hey,
a couple inches.
5'6" is small, bro. That's my mom's size.
No, that's terribly short.
That's my mom's height too.
That's
That
my
is-
mom's 5'5".
He said, oh, he's 5'10", let me stand next to you. Like,
Look,
that doesn't prove anything.
Nah, you probably lying too,
Like
bro.
Big Sean, he's Asian. He's probably like 5'8" and a half.
For
Let's be
real.
Yeah.
You know people shorter
People
though
always,
try-
if you ask somebody their height, they're gonna add 2 inches regardless.
Oh,
No, that's not true.
until they hit 6 feet.
Yeah, I was like, that's not true.
Why not?
Cause I say my real height that I was given.
I say my real height.
Yeah.
It's just the short niggas be trying to add a couple feet, a couple inches.
Definitely. If you like at that 5'9", 5'8".
Oh, I'm 5'11".
Oh, yeah,
I'm 5'10".
I'm
Like, bro,
almost
you're-
6 foot.
Yeah, bro, you're 5'8". Come on. Man. I'm 5'9" and a half.
Oh,
but
it sounds like somebody I know.
they be trying to stretch that last
A
inch.
few people I know.
They be 5'10" and a half. Man, I'm 6. I'm almost 6. Like, how tall are you? 5'10" and a half. Like,
Shit,
Right,
I might
when
be
they
going
do the half.
I might be going to a chiropractor though. Shit, grow 2 more inches. Feeling good.
trying to get
So what do they do to you?
motherfucking scholarship.
They just like adjust you, bro. Your
You
body.
seen the videos? They be stretching your knees.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, you twinges in your neck, no.
Low key, I
Your
kind of
spine, they straight, cause you, what's it called?
the
When-
gravity though.
That too, but scoliosis, when you have like
Oh,
a
well,
bent
that's just bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
Just
just
think
straighten
they
out
like
your
straightening
spine.
it.
I want to go
I thought it
to.
was like, you know, like you joints just like smash together and they just like
Oh, probably that
pull
too.
it up a little bit so you're not like.
But that's what
I
happens
think
when
they
you go
rubbing
from
on each other.
That's happening when you go from a baby to an adult. I'm pretty sure too.
True. I want to get my thumb checked out because you know how I broke my thumb back in college hooping. I want to see like if they could pop it. I haven't been able to pop this shit. I used to pop my thumbs all the time and I can't pop that shit anymore. I'm scared. It felt good,
I never
bro.
cracked my knuckles pop.
That shit feels good, bro.
You never cracked your knuckles,
Nah.
Never?
I mean, no, I have, but I
not on
don't.
purpose.
Yeah, probably like 10 times in my whole life.
For real.
Like people doing it, like let me
Does it
see your
feel
hand. Like,
uncomfortable?
I'm like, bro, what'd you just do that for?
That should be feeling uncomfortable to you.
Yeah, I just don't like it. I
So
don't like when
weird
people
sound.
do it. I don't know. I just.
I don't know. Every time I've been to the chiropractor and I enjoy it. That should be feeling good. I feel good after
You
that.
want to go.
Pop and shit.
So basically, we think that this is true, that the
I believe it.
chiropractor can make you grow.
Yes, I
Well-
believe it because of what we came to a conclusion now, straightening your spine out.
Well, and also gravity is gonna compact you over time. So I think if you decompress that,
Yeah.
It's good.
They say you're taller when you wake up because you're not like
I've never
standing
heard
up all
that.
day. You've been laying down all night, and then you're like the tallest when you first wake up.
I think I have heard that.
there's this, I forget this board. My brother has one, but it's basically a board you lay on and you strap your feet to the like bottom and then you flip over to where you're backwards.
Yeah,
And
why I was
naturally-
trying to hang upside down.
Naturally though, it like stretches you out and does all that naturally just from the gravity.
No,
You gotta be careful because all that blood rushes your
right. You
head.
can't, you can't stay there that long.
Yeah.
Pass out. That's vampire behind
For
us.
real.
You'll die.
For real. Pass
It's up
out.
there, nobody's home. Somebody comes home, or nobody's
For real,
home.
you trying to reach up there, you can't get it. What you been watching, Juro? Other than what, The Voice? Wasn't that your show? The Voice Boys?
We ain't never gonna let that go.
I watched this movie last night.
I need that
It's on
drop.
Stars. It's called Blind Spotting. Just look it up, watch it.
Tell us more. What's
This
it
shit
about?
is the most. It'll keep you
Is
like.
it comedy, drama, horror?
It keeps you like in suspense the whole
it's
time.
it's a suspense.
Yeah, you're just
What was the name again?
blind
Blind
spotting.
Blind
The
spot.
main character is the guy from Blackish.
Okay.
Have you guys watched Blackish?
Anthony Anderson?
No. So it's the wife's brother. So Anthony Anderson's wife, her brother.
I don't know who you're talking about.
You guys don't watch it then.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he's on there for everybody else who knows him. But yeah, it's a great movie. That shit had me like, it's hard for me to
Blind
watch
Spotting.
movies because like, I don't know, I get distracted easily. Like, it don't
But that
grab my
kept you
attention.
engaged?
Yes. Like, if it's not an action movie, it's hard for me to pay attention. But this shit, like, bro, like, whoever wrote this shit is amazing. Blind Spotting. Yep, all
What
one
were you
word.
about to say?
I'll wait till we're done with this. I have a movie that pops up into my mind too that I want to recommend.
I think I watched that. I was about to tell you.
This one?
No, what he's
Oh.
about to say.
You
Yeah,
already
that's
know
what I've been watching. And then another one that I'm anticipating because I've been watching the
Well,
Olympics.
I'm
a
trying to
lot.
see who's in it because the his wife's brother does not help him.
Him right there,
David
Diggs.
David Diggs.
Yeah,
that.
he's on Blackish. He plays the brother, and he's on he's not on Mixed Dish, but his character's on Mixed Dish.
Yeah, I don't know any of these people.
Well, you should have said you didn't watch Blackish.
I didn't.
I mean,
I don't.
I've watched it, but I don't watch it. If that makes sense.
No, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, I don't watch it.
But that's regardless of the fact you don't even have to watch that show to like this movie. This movie is amazing, bro. Regardless of that shit.
Well, if you look at it, the cast.
That dude right there, boy.
If you look at the cast, Rafael Casal and David Diggs, not only are they the cast, it was written by them also.
Oh wow.
Oh,
That's
so
dope.
they're amazing, man.
Yeah, that's dope.
So it looks like it was an independent movie.
Yeah, this movie is the greatest independent movie I've ever seen.
Go check it out.
Relax.
No, since you said it's independent, bro, I've seen a lot of independent movies.
Me
They're
too.
trash. This movie is like I did not think they wrote this shit.
So I'm gonna check it out.
On Stars open.
Speaking of stars, have you watched Raising Kanan?
I've watched the first 2 episodes. Is there only 2 or is it 3 now?
There's 3.
Yeah, I've only watched the first 2.
But I haven't. I just watched the first one. I haven't. I've been watching Olympics.
You on Stars and you not watching 50 Cent?
Well, my mom and my sister
50
were
has
watching this
well, I'm
movie,
at
and I
50
just
as a
sat
show,
down.
yeah.
It's his show.
Well, I mean, 50 himself acting though.
Well, yeah, no,
Yeah.
he's not. I don't know if he's in it.
Yeah, I was like, I haven't seen this movie.
But
But it's about, yeah, I know, I get what you're saying.
he
about
runs
Kanan.
Stars, man. That's his whole
That's
network.
his. Like, does he help write?
He's
Yeah.
the executive producer.
Yeah.
So that's
He
his
did with
show.
Power and all, yeah.
That's his show.
I mean, it is, but it's like about him literally. My bad, I
He
take
be
it literally.
narrating that shit. I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
50.
Right, his voice is on there.
Yeah. That's the one thing I don't like as much. Is like they be trying to make it too Godfather-ish with 50 narrating. And I'm like, okay.
50 just be trying to put his.
He has to put himself in
He's
there.
like, I'm letting y'all know this much.
One movie I would recommend, and I don't know if I brought it up last show. Did I bring it up last show? Black Box. Have you guys watched Black Box?
You told me to watch it.
Okay. What'd you think?
New or old?
I didn't finish it. I fell asleep, but it was pretty good.
It had your attention?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. It was better than what I expected going into it. Because I was like, oh, that's just a random Amazon movie. And then I watched it. I was like, it kept my attention. So I recommend that movie too. It's it came out this year.
Okay.
Yeah, I was talking to Trav about it too. He was like, yeah, it caught him off guard. But I was watching it and I fell asleep to it. I'm glad you reminded me because I do need to finish that.
Yeah.
What do y'all think is the best streaming device right now or streaming platform right now?
HBO
Like,
Max.
for content.
HBO
Like
Max.
if I had to
Or
pick one
Disney.
and I don't have access to any other one,
Or just what do you think is the best one?
I mean, that's the best way I can answer that question because I like them all. Like, I need stars for certain shows. I need this one for certain shows. That's what
I
I'm
could
saying.
go
Like, if I
I could
could.
go out Stars. Even Netflix, I think I could go without.
Netflix?
Okay, so what do y'all? Don't say you're replacing Netflix with Disney.
I could.
Nah, with
I would
HBO Max,
I would
with
prefer
Hulu,
Wow.
with Prime. I'd rather have
Disney
Prime.
burns me out, bro. I can't just watch Disney all the time. What else is on Disney besides Marvel?
Classics. Everything.
Classics.
No, I get it, but
Everything. It's a whole.
I'd rather have
nostalgic
HBO, bro. If we're talking about classics.
Well, I didn't.
I said
answer
that, yeah. I was like,
HBO is
oh,
my favorite for content for sure.
Then, yeah,
Yeah,
HBO, shit.
Yeah, HBO or Disney for me, but I'm the type of
HBO
person
has
like
always been.
I could rewatch all the Marvel stuff over. I could rewatch all the Star Wars stuff over. I could rewatch some of the old cartoons we used
And then
to
you can
watch.
get into the new shit, the Nat
Yeah.
Geo Wild, and you got the
I wa-
Simpsons on there.
The Simpsons. I watch Uncharted because you know I like cooking with Gordon Ramsay. They go to all these different places and cook. Yeah, like I fuck with Disney.
The only thing about Netflix is they get a lot of the like deals and the newer,
They
the
do.
independent
They do.
releases. So like Naomi Osaka, they have a documentary. I don't think it's a documentary. It's like a docu-movie about the Malice in the Palace with Steven
That's
Jackson.
gonna be dope.
Yeah, so they have like little things like that. And what happens is people get their content and they go meet with HBO and they go meet with Netflix and these people and Amazon, and it's like best bidder, whoever wants it. And a lot of times Netflix doesn't have those originals, so they have to pay high money for these things to keep their streams up.
I'd say it's their algorithm for me. I hate when I go there. I feel overwhelmed, and you have to search, really
so
search
hard.
to find something, and I think that's what fucks with me. And so I get overwhelmed and just don't go there.
And I used to do that 2 years ago. Like, I realized that algorithm was terrible. And what I would do is I would literally type in one letter of the alphabet and kind of search that way. Because what I was finding is they have their preset categories and you go down, scroll. But then I would like type in A and a whole bunch of fire movies that were not in the category. I'm like, I didn't even know they had this.
See,
I didn't see
that's
this
probably the
here.
issue.
I didn't know this was here. So they have a lot. And
Their
what's crazy,
algorithm, so-
you can't
It's what I
find
think.
much good stuff.
Yeah.
But what's crazy is they're still the #1 streamed platform.
It's because they started it though.
Yeah.
And I think people will figure it out how to use it like you.
Yeah.
Like, they know how to find the good shit.
See me, I'm just like, oh, it's not easy. I'll go to another one, and so
Somewhere
like,
that highlights.
yeah.
Especially if you don't like watch a lot of shit to the point where you're like searching. You're
Yeah.
just like every night you're like, what? All right, what's we watching tonight? And like whatever pops up in front of you, that's what you're gonna watch. You know?
Exactly.
That's me at least.
That's me too.
So I'm like, If it ain't in front of me, I'm probably not gonna
Kinda.
watch
I'll be searching. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of be searching for a minute. I'll be getting mad because my food be getting cold. I'm like, oh my
I
goodness.
just want
I
to find
used-
something
I
to
just want to
watch.
find
Yeah.
something.
it. No,
So
I used to like.
I got to the
watch
point
shit.
where I think about what I'm gonna watch before, and then I go and
That's
miss
smart.
food and stuff.
It's weird. It's crazy that you say that because I was in a hotel this weekend and they just had cable, and so I
you
didn't
just
have
scroll.
bro. And it's crazy how you just had a back in the day, just whatever was on, you were about to watch it. Whatever was the best thing on, you're watching that.
something. You have to wait for something else to come.
Yeah.
on later.
Now we have too many options. We don't know
Yeah,
what
it's
we
too
want.
much. I mean, it's dope though, cause
Yeah, we got spoiled fast.
yeah,
Technology.
cable's gonna be obsolete soon, so then we're gonna need the different options.
True.
Nobody wants to watch paid programming.
Bro, that shit is obsolete already. I feel.
Yeah, I mean,
Except for people that are stuck in old school ways.
yeah, I think a lot of people. It probably still dominates the market though. Like probably more
This
than
was-
50% of households.
I feel like it's like 40, 50 right now. What happened?
Nothing, man. Are y'all done with y'all shows? Also?
Yeah, I'm done. That's all I
I
have.
had one more movie to anticipate because I've been watching the Olympics and this commercial keeps popping up. It's called Dune. D-U-N-E. It has a Zendaya in it.
Oh, I've been seeing that too.
I was like,
Yeah.
that sounds familiar.
That
Is
shit looks dope as fuck.
Yeah,
it
that
a
shit
movie
is-
or
Yeah, it's a movie.
Yeah, it's a movie.
it's coming out soon?
Mm-hmm.
I think it said September, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Is it just her in it?
No, it's
Nah.
not her. I
I'm
want to
horrible
say
with actor names.
Aquaman is in it. I keep calling him
Momoa,
Aquaman. Yeah.
Jason Momoa. I
I
love it.
thought I'd seen him. I could be
Yeah.
wrong, but
No, he was in there.
Okay.
Yeah, he was in there. Yeah.
He's in it, and then like some other actors I'm not familiar with.
Can I just say, I feel like if I was telling my guy brother, like, I need to go to a trivia, or we need to go to a trivia, because y'all say y'all aren't that good with names. I know he's pretty good with that stuff, but I feel like we would smoke that. Like, just random facts, random names. Who was the person? This, that, that. I would love to hit a trivia night and just get faded
What's it
off,
called? The Dune?
Just Doom.
faded off beers.
Just Doom. D-U-N-E.
I think Suicide Squad comes out this week
Oh, it does come out this week.
also. But we talked about that last week.
Oh
You
wow,
said
they have Jackson there, Zendaya. I don't know.
Batista? Is that Batista?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is Dune? What does it come out
This
on?
is a dude from Star Wars.
What does it come out on?
I think it's coming in the movie theater.
Yeah,
I
I think
don't
it's
know
a
if it comes
box
on
office.
it. Yeah.
Yes, I think it said, that's another thing I wanted to bring up. It was exclusively in theaters.
Ah. That shit does look dope though.
PG-13.
So they're trying to bring that back. But it's crazy because we're getting all these talks about shit shutting back
And
down.
there's a lot of concerts planned.
Exactly. So it's like, damn. All this shit's being planned like we opening back up, but then you got people or cities or states talking about shutting shit back down.
Yeah, I'm interested to see
Or
how it's
just
gonna
being
play
more
out.
strict with it. I think that's all that's gonna happen. Nothing's gonna get shut down. It's just gonna get more strict.
Yeah, I hope nothing gets shut down. But
I
we'll
think
see.
they are gonna go back to mass mandates though.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I'm
indoors.
saying. It's just gonna
Yeah,
get more
for
strict.
all, like this week.
Yeah.
What we were talking about HBO, man. I think they got me. They got me with a new show, and I'm kind of
What is this? Fuckboy Island?
That's basically what I mean.
disappointed to say, man.
Is F-boy? What does that really stand for?
F Boy Island,
What
man.
do you
I think
think
they
it
got
is?
me.
I
They got me with another heater. And it's I just realized that 2 episodes come out on Friday, and I'm like, I need it. I need it.
This is-
So this is like a reality TV show.
I
don't
came-
know. This reminds me of like Real World.
I came
Yeah.
across it so randomly, but I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna click on it.
Sorry, starting off a little suspect there.
Oh yeah,
Nothing but dude shirtless
dude.
running
It's a bro fest,
A little
100%.
cheesing, like yeah.
Oh, it's a 100% bro fest. But basically, all these dudes, all these bros, go to the island in hopes of getting one of these 3 girls. There's 3 main girls, so they're like bachelorettes. And the main goal for the girls is to figure out who's a nice guy and who's a F-boy. Right? Sounds a lot easier than it really is. Because what you gotta realize is the F-boys are F-boys. They've been doing this.
They know the
They've been
game.
doing this for a long time, so they be disguising themselves. But the girls don't even like. It's literally like kind of a bachelorette, so or like Flavor of Love, kind of like one of those everyday
Yeah.
realities. And I was disappointed because I thought I was gonna be able to just binge it and just like watch all of it, and they only have 3 episodes, and I was pissed. But basically, I think it's like 20 dudes go, and they're like vying for time with these 3 girls, and the girls are trying to figure out who's good, who's bad. But regardless, even if the dude is an F-boy, sometimes one of the girls is like, I really just like him. Like, maybe I could change him type shit. So it's really only 3 episodes into it, but when I tell you it has my undivided attention,
Really?
it's such a bro fest too, and the girls be getting mad. They be like, I hate how they're all into each other and like, we're the prize here. Because you gotta think about it too. They're on the island. They're like on vacation, getting drunk. They're just like working out with like wood and stuff. It's hilarious, bro. And then this most recent episode, they brought 3 new dudes in for more competition, and they were not feeling it.
Right, you already got your bro group.
So they were like hating on the new dudes, but
Because it's already tough to make a new bro group. And then
Bro.
you're going to introduce some more bros.
and usually with shows like this, they don't be having too much diversity in there, but they got some cool diversity in there. It's a lot of cool people. I was like, you know, he's kind of cool. I don't know, he might win. But then it's like this dude over here is like, oh, he's kind of cool too. But it's funny because I know immediately who the F-boys are. I'm sniffing them out like hounds. It's so easy to know who they are. But I don't know, man. You guys can watch it if you want. If you watch it and you hate it, don't blame me. I was bored when I was, when I was watching it.
Here's my struggles. I already just don't like reality TV shows like that. Like, I just be like, this shit.
Did you ever watch like Flavor of Love?
No, I watched all that stuff when we were younger. I even watched, like, I had a girlfirlend too, so I'd watch even
So
Kim
she made you
Kardashian
watch
shit, Love and Hip Hop, other shit like that, but it just was never my thing.
It's fine.
Ladies, the 3 of you are hoping to find
And at first I was hating on the girls, but then I seen them in the video. I'm like,
I'm at a
she's
point
the
in my
only
life
ugly.
where I'm ready for
The
that.
black girl and CJ, the dark hair girl.
But you should know, there are 24 men.
I'm like, you know what, I want to do some things.
12 of them are nice guys. The other 12, self-proclaimed F-boys.
Bro.
He's really cute, but he looks like he's gonna ruin my life. It's up to these 3 ladies and you at home to figure out who the F is who. I don't even know. It's gonna be hard.
Oh, I like big boys, itty bitty boys.
I like funny guys. I like silly guys.
I like a man, I like a clean face.
I'm hoping to have some fun and see who does have good intentions.
He looks like a guy that has 2 phones. We're very intelligent women. We're gonna sniff out these troublemakers.
I'm so they're not sweat right now, legit.
Let's play ball!
I came here for a relationship, not for the game. I like her.
He's the biggest player.
But the twist?
Garrett, he's the worst.
Oh my god, why?
Everyone has a chance to win $100,000.
We're in a whole new day. It's time to turn it up a notch.
The F-boys have admitted to our producers they're just here for the cold hard cash. I don't know what to believe right now.
My red flags
So
are
if you
going
win,
off.
you get money?
There's a lot of F-boys to get rid of.
What's it?
Or like, they can't just be like trying to
You're
get
so
girls.
nice. Like, really.
Come and get a taste.
Money?
It's
I
an
get that.
Yeah, I think if they make
Yeah,
I think if they make it to the end, they get 100K or the girl type deal. Like,
So-
you know, it's always a wrench. in
So
it.
if you guys were on the show, are you a F-boy or a nice guy?
I'm doing whatever it takes to get the money.
Oh, I'm
So
100% F-boy.
So you
Yeah,
F-boy.
some girls like F-boys, some girls like nice guys. I'm just gonna play the part.
Well, they're looking for nice guys, though.
Are they?
Right, exactly. And that's the thing, it's like 24 people there, so the nice guys aren't gonna shine through. The F-boys are the ones who are like coming to grab you and like getting your attention and like making moves because they know how to maneuver.
Right.
And like I said, it's kind of like Flavor of Love, to where every episode they have to get rid of people. And then after they get rid of people, they have to announce, are you an F-boy or are you a nice guy? So the first episode, it was like half and half. It was like 2 F-boys and a nice guy. No, actually the first episode, it was 2 nice guys and an F-boy, and they're like, oh damn, we're not that good at this. Second episode, it was like all F-boys. And I'm like, okay, we're going. Third episode, it was kind of mixed. But then this guy who was supposed to be an F-boy, they're like, all right, well, can you say what you were? He was like, I'm a nice guy. And then the producer's like in the ear is like, we have plenty of tape saying that he's an F-boy. and then the host was like, wait, are you sure you're a nice guy? Because we have plenty of tape of you and he's kind of foreign, so he kind of like doesn't understand. And he's like, no, I'm a nice guy. He's like, I'm a nice guy. And he was like, well, you sent in the tape and it says you were having dinner with the girl and the other girl you were dating were right next to you when she threw a drink in your face. He was like, that's not nice guy stuff. And he was like, I'm not proud of my past, but I'm getting better now. I promise you I'm a nice guy. He tried to lie and they hella busted him out. Yeah, I don't know. I'm on board. F-Boy Island got my full divided attention. I'm so glad that 2 episodes are coming, because at first I was just trying to like shit on it. I'm like, I'm just gonna watch it because there's nothing else to watch. Got in episode 2, I was like, I'm just gonna watch the second episode. And then I was like, damn, I can't just watch 2. It's only 3 episodes. I might as well just finish. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it got me hooked. F-Boy Island, HBO Max. I don't know where they come up with this content, but I'll be watching. I'll be watching. Is that all we have for the bingeables?
I think so. That's all we have.
Wait a minute. Get your Harlem shaking. Leave it to YouTube to kill us with a fucking ad.
It's all about the bingeable, baby.
It's all about the bingeables. Hey. Remember they used to wipe the foot off? It's all about the bingeables, baby. What y'all wanna do? Wanna do what?
Damn, son, where'd you find this? Damn, son, where'd you find this? Damn, son, damn, son, where'd you find this?
When I was in the gym, I was like, oh,
For real.
See, I had a seafood boil out in Houston, and it was not the same as education.
Bro, why are tablets so expensive?
For
The boys is Bible. Be back from commercial break, episode 28. Before we get into music, I do want to touch on this verses, but I didn't want to cut y'all off if y'all was saying something over there.
Nah, nothing important, not for the people. Unless y'all.
cut you off again. It wasn't important.
So last night, a couple days ago, since this week dropping Friday, the Lots vs. Dipset had their versus battle. We touched on verses here with New York Trav when he was in the building, and we had a few quick takes. I know y'all were saying y'all didn't know much about the Locks. Well, you know now. Well, you know now.
Yeah, Jada Kiss equals the Locks.
Did you guys watch any clips or highlights from verses at all? You want to touch on verses real quick?
I did not watch it, but I definitely seen highlights and got some.
Did you get a gist of kind of how the night went?
Exactly.
Yeah.
The Jada Kiss.
It was a long night for Dipset.
Bro, Dipset.
It was a long night for Dipset.
They said Cameron hit up Jim Jones and Jewels was like, hey, y'all trying to roll to this little versus thing like 20 minutes before. And I was like, oh yeah, that sounds cool. And they hopped in Ubers and headed there. And they said Jewels was like looking at all his outfits. He couldn't decide which one to put on, so he just put on all of them.
I seen that.
I caught half of it live, and then I saw a lot of like videos and clips surfacing around the internet or just social media.
But you got a gist of kind of how the night went.
I knew instantly. It was honestly, it looked like it was a great vibe. It would look like real hip hop, like
no, it was real New Yorkish.
Real New York hip hop. Like people were trying to
source awards.
For real.
People were trying to beef a little bit. People were talking shit.
There's a little like shoulder bumping.
Yeah.
Yeah, they rough out in New York.
Yeah, I was fucking with it. It looked like
They was talking shit.
hella talking shit, bro. He was like, I'm doing real hip hop. They over here lip singing, and I was like, damn, they were lip singing.
It wasn't Jada versus Dipset, because even some of Dipset wasn't rapping. Like, who was the dude that Freaky Zeke?
Yeah,
He wasn't rapping no bars. Jewels didn't have the song till like the end. Jim had a few of his, and then Cameron tried to come in and save him, but by that time it was a little too late. Dipset tried to go out there too cool and too swag. Like, nah, this is not the time for that. You gotta come hard. Lots came out the gate swinging. And then by the time they started talking stuff and they realized they were so behind, then they tried to get Cameron on there trying to throw some hits, but Jada was just in the back.
Jada Kiss went for 82.
What happened when they played Old Boy?
That was near the end, and it was cool.
It was too late.
But it was at the end. It was like
came out
bad
with that.
sequencing.
And I think I said this earlier. I think just the Locks had a hold of the crowd better. Like they were really on their New York stuff, and this was a New York crowd, and they were loving it. Like
yeah, and like you said in pre-production, it was Jadakiss who was really the star of the show. Like he was able to. For one, it was so chaotic. There was a lot going on in the background. For 1 minute. For like 10 minutes, they were like, everybody off the stage, get off the stage. If you're not rapping, get off the stage. Nobody get off the stage. So they were just talking for like 10 minutes. It was like, they were talking over each other, they were talking stuff. You didn't know who was talking, what was going on.
Everybody had a microphone.
So it was like super chaotic, but Jada did do the best of controlling the crowd, getting people back on par, letting them know, no, this is what we're here for, this is what's going on. And he was definitely the show. Like you said, he went for 80.
what I like though is like they were able to talk shit and not let it go too far. You know what I mean? It was like respectful talking shit.
No, that's how they talk in New York. That's
they weren't getting offended. It wasn't nothing personal.
Like that's what I'm that's what I'm starting to realize. Like New York people just talk like that. They talk
they just different.
To the point where they come to other places. People are like, wait, what? You wanna fight me?
The dope thing is it was in Madison Square Garden too, so it was in New York.
Yeah, it's a solid New York.
Even a lot of the songs I didn't know word for word or fully, they were yelling every word. The crowd knew every
Even though
word.
I didn't know a lot of the song for Locks, I still was vibing.
You could still tell like, no, they won this one.
And they were spitting.
Yeah.
Like they were spitting.
Like you said, their crowd control was kind of crazy.
Joel's got a scarf on. I fitted on something on top of that fitted.
Let's get New York where they need to be. This is one time.
Who's that?
Sequels. That was cool in the concert.
He has the waffle ones that I had. I saw that. I was like, oh, I got those shit.
Nah, this dude is the one. Freaky was a wild one.
They played that New York song.
New York showed up.
From New York.
Wait, that's Ja Rule.
But they were playing and they were going crazy.
No, Jada was on it, bro.
Yeah, he was on this.
Yeah, Jada's on. Jada's
On everything, bro.
He's in New
That's what you don't realize is Jada's on everything. And
you said him just like.
if there's one thing I take from this versus, is I think I overrated Dipset.
I think I did too
I
after that.
definitely overrated him. I'm not gonna lie.
But I'll say this though, maybe they're just not as good as performers because they still got good music.
Do that?
They do, but I think I think there was such a moment. I kind of like overstood the moment.
I think.
Yeah,
well, also
they
we
don't
didn't know the
have
Locks
that
like
many
that.
records. They don't.
But we don't know. I didn't know the Locks like that, so I think that's why I sided with Dipset more because I'm like I don't know the Locks like that because they were earlier '90s.
Right.
Like we were kids.
Not
during that
early,
time.
late '90s, early
Oh.
2000s.
Okay, they were. See, I didn't even know that. See what I mean? But still too young to really know who they were.
Right. It was shit, 91, 92, 90.
Exactly.
So yeah, it makes sense. But it was a great event. And like you said, even not knowing some of the songs, you were still like, oh, this is...
But I'm like, yo, he's going hard right now. This is crazy.
Yeah,
That's New York though.
the Locks definitely smacked him.
Like they made me. I did go and download some music.
It was
just
like
'cause-
unfair
Yeah.
at one point. Like, nah, this is kind of embarrassing. Like,
There's been a lot of verses. Like, when's the last equal verses we've seen?
It's been a minute, but that's the thing. Jada had a versus with Fab, and same
I do
thing.
remember that.
A lot of people were like, Fab this, Fab that.
Yeah.
And Jada was the superstar, and that's their saying. Jada 2-0. He going for all the Thanos stones.
he going for every Infinity Stone.
For real.
It was a
Nah,
good event.
Jada's. Yeah, I don't know if people sleeping on him or what. But
I think that's definitely what it is he slept on.
But I think his style of rap, hip hop, like always gets slept on more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know
it's not
who-
the catchy stuff.
You know who he reminds me of?
Exactly.
Yeah,
He reminds me of this generation J. Cole.
I can see
That's
that.
exactly who
Yeah.
he kind of reminds
I can
me
see
of.
that.
Because I feel like our generation is gonna put J. Cole on such a pedestal, but once we are kind of already see it. The younger fools are, the older people kind of give J. Cole his credit, but definitely the younger people are not gonna really get it or understand just because music is moving so fast.
Yeah.
But he's like our generation's J. Cole, and what I seen a lot of was Jadakiss top 5, dead or alive. I've seen that so many times.
Yeah. Arguably.
Yeah,
Rapper.
yeah.
Like rapping. Yeah.
I've seen that so many times last night. Like
Who and other?
like
Did they add a list of
lyricists?
other people?
Not really, but
Like
you know the
lyricists,
usuals.
Like, bro.
Tupac, Biggie, Jay, Nas.
Jada?
Basically, is what they
I
saying. He
agree,
needs to be
Jada's
in that
definitely slept
conversation.
on.
He needs to be
As
in that
far as
conversation.
for sure.
So then where would like Kanye fall in that? Where would
He don't
Nah.
rap better than Jada.
And people
Okay.
wrote for Kanye.
So this is just strictly like lyricist rapping.
Pretty much, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
MCs.
Okay, okay.
Right. Rappers.
Like Kanye's an artist.
Okay,
Right.
no, I get what you're saying.
Drake.
He's a top artist for sure.
Artist.
Drake's a
Yeah,
top artist.
okay, I got what
yeah.
you're saying, yeah.
MCs, no.
Right.
Okay.
And that's they were-
MCs,
I'm not mad at it.
Jay Z is an artist and an MC.
Right.
That's why Jay Z is like dominating, like a lot.
Now, that's because Jay-Z came up as a
MC.
Yeah.
freestyling on the block.
Right,
type,
like, yeah.
right,
And
like,
then he grew into an artist and paved the way for artists.
and also,
I respect Jay Z a lot.
Yeah,
I'm
for
starting
sure.
to respect him way more.
quick plug, you know I gotta plug the Drink Champs every time. Drink Champs has an interview with Beanie Siegel that just dropped. And of course Beans was one of Jay-Z's like biggest right-hand men.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't finished it, but he got into a lot of the whole Rockefeller situation and kind of like everything, his whole, because he had beef with Jay-Z for a minute, and of course Nori's gonna ask, so he got into that.
Beanie Siegel's on Nori?
Yeah, on Drink
Okay.
Champs.
I always wanted to know his side of the story.
Exactly, so it was dope.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that one. Because yeah, it was like Jay-Z always say like Beans would tell you if he wasn't in his feelings.
That's what he brought up. He set that exact bar.
I was like, bro, I need to hear that. Because Beans was like the tough guy. He like made sure nobody fucked with the group. Like, oh, Beans there? Nah, we ain't fucking with that.
Exactly, and that's
You know?
what Bean was saying. It was a good interview. Like I said, I haven't finished, but he was speaking that real stuff.
Definitely gotta watch that.
But one thing we could take away from that verse is I think is Jada is a freaking superstar, and I hit the wrong button.
Yeah, do y'all remember that interlude on Lil Wayne's album? Where they had like, it was like three.
It was
Yeah.
Jada was on
Carter
one.
4. Was it
Yeah, it was a Carter 4,
Carter
yeah.
4.
The dun,
I want to
dun,
say
dun,
Jada had the
dun,
best
dun,
verse out of
dun,
all of
dun,
those.
dun.
It was the same
Did
beat.
they have like Tech 9 on there?
Yeah.
It was,
Yeah.
it was like 3 interludes, same beat.
Yeah, it's definitely Carter
Yeah.
4.
That
That's
shit.
funny.
Jada ripped that shit. I was like, damn. He said, my godson just became my real son. When he said that, I was like, damn, what is that's crazy.
I feel like there was something else I was about to say. But I haven't looked at my docket. Well, actually, I looked at it one time. Let me make sure I'm not missing nothing.
Man, keep us on par, Mr. Hostman. That's your ass, Mr. Hostman. I mean, Mr. Postman. I mean,
We're on music.
Postman.
Who knew there were so many festivals, first of all?
I know.
I didn't realize, yeah.
There's
Just to
so
say
many festivals.
Way into how many festivals you could get canceled from.
This one didn't even know how many festivals he was gonna be performing at.
Right,
Until he started getting canceled.
Hey,
from.
just for some local news, did y'all see KS175's post?
Took him off of the Summer Jam.
No, they canceled Summer Jam. Period.
Well, there was,
And blamed it on the baby.
there was only 3
What?
other
The whole
performers.
thing?
The whole thing.
There were only 3 other people coming.
No, for sure. But the way they announced it was they
Like
made
it's
it.
his fault.
It was the baby's
Who were the other two performers?
It was like due
Jack
to the
Harlow and
baby's
And Sweetie?
some. Were
They
gonna
can't get
cancel-
someone else?
They probably could, but I feel them for just canceling it.
Nah, I don't feel him. That sound lazy.
No, I think like we were
You didn't see
saying,
they
shit's-
canceled it?
shit's-
No, I did. I thought it was. Well, I just thought it was the baby getting canceled from that.
Nah, I didn't
Yeah,
realize
the
they
whole
was
show.
shit.
The whole
Damn.
show. Headliners, everybody. But it was
That's
a
whack.
smaller show anyways
It
because of
was.
COVID.
But I know someone would have came and took that money up.
Oh yeah.
Sure,
Tech
but-
Nine would have been here in an instant.
Exactly.
They would have sold it out. People love Tech Nine.
Bro,
man.
Tech Nine, I appreciate Tech Nine's hustle.
For
And
sure.
just staying true to his fan
Because
base.
I've never heard a Tech Nine song, but he be selling out every
haven't?
arena.
And he's older, bro. He's an older guy.
Hella older. He was like when I was young.
Yeah,
Like,
He was old when you were young.
yeah, for real though.
He's like Morgan Freeman.
Rap, underground rap.
He has to be the most. He
Wait,
has
is
to be
Tech
the
Nine and
oldest.
Morgan Freeman of underground?
He has to be the oldest underground rapper. That like staying underground. He has to. Be.
I mean, yeah. I was about to say, what about KRS-One? But KRS.
But he got the weird. He got,
KRS went mainstream.
he got the
No,
weird
he
fan.
didn't. He's KS1 would be a good one, but
No, he went more mainstream than Tech. I think.
Definitely more
Nah,
mainstream than Tech.
Tech wasn't mainstream if that's the case. He was on Lil Wayne's album, you know. He went.
That was like that was the epiphany of his mainstream.
Tech's
Never
never
for
been
some
on
of
the
his
radio.
own. Not for his own shit.
Right.
No,
For
yeah.
the-
KRS was like.
was he? Maybe
huge.
on New York radio.
Nah, KRS was a superstar.
Really? Was he?
He was up there with like Ice Cube, Ice T.
Was he?
Yeah.
Maybe
yeah.
he was.
He was a superstar.
Well, he was still an MC though. They were just.
But
I think
Tech
they were
Nine got
just
the-
like get into that like commercial. They were all finding their
that was
gist.
the genre then. We didn't have so many subgenres because it was so new. Niggas
That's
just
what,
knew
I
New
feel
York
like
rap.
Jay Z was like the first one to make it out in like.
Nah. Nas was out before Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they had that beef.
I mean, kind of.
Because they wanted to be the first artist,
It's just
not
New
just an
York.
MC. They seen California, because California makes celebrities, bro. At the end of the day, California knows
I
how
mean,
to make celebrities.
true.
Hollywood's there.
That's what I was gonna say.
You know,
First, it was like
New York is
rap,
just straight.
and then it went to
rap.
gangster rap with
Would you
Ice
say that's-
Cube and NWA.
Right, and then they became celebrities.
Would you say that statement's still true though? That only Hollywood makes celebrities?
No,
Okay.
no, not anymore.
Absolutely not.
Not anymore. No. But that's how when the rap game was coming up, that was the difference between
For sure.
like New York, East Coast and
More exposure,
Cali.
yeah.
Like they had like celebrity rappers where they was getting more exposure and shit. People was wanting to move to Cali, and Suge Knight was like, "Nah, there ain't enough room for everybody over here. What y'all doing?" And he was trying to be a bully and like push everybody away. And that's when the East Coast, West Coast like beefs kind of started. And then Master P tried to move out there, you know, but
How did we get down this rabbit hole?
I don't know.
KRS-One saying he was a
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
being
yeah.
playing.
on the radio.
And then, so I feel like that's how he was. He might have been like one of the first ones trying to like venture out and be like more than an MC. If he
Quick
was
note on
commercial.
Tech Nine though, he just got like the most loyal fans though, and they're like the weird white boy people that
And I,
They're like Logic and
Nah, like-
Hobson.
not Hobson. They got like, but they like. Have you guys ever heard of
Logic
ICP or like
No.
Insane Clown Posse? Yeah, that's the weird shit they are.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Insane Clown Posse.
That's ICP.
I didn't know they
yeah.
were called ICP.
Bro,
See, this is
they're-
why we need you, because you're our.
I got you, bro. I
You're our
fucking
white
got
coat
you,
spine.
man. I
You gotta let
got
us
you.
know what's going on.
That's
These
the
white-
weird white boys
the
I'm
white
talking
streets,
about. Yeah, bro.
The skater circles.
Exactly.
And then we got Jerome for our Rastas, our Miami, our strip clubs, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm just here. I'm just the guy. I'm just here to cipher that information.
That's funny. But do you guys think the baby is canceled? Is he canceled?
I said last time, I feel like the baby, like I said, cancel culture is soft, but I think he might be canceled. And the way it's going right now, I'm still sticking to what I say. Like, yeah, this is more extreme than we might think it is. Like, he's fucking with the wrong group of people.
No, we said it was pretty extreme, actually.
I think we said it was. I think we agreed with it, but I did say that.
Did we say you can't mess with the LGBTQ+?
But
You said that, yes.
But let's be honest, does cancel culture really cancel anything? Would you say?
Well, at the end of the day, he's definitely getting canceled from concert.
I mean, he's definitely been. I mean, literally.
In this moment,
Right.
yes. But is this
that's
going
what
to
I'm
affect
saying.
his career? Like, is he still a pop star?
No, it's just like Tory Lanez.
No, I mean, it's going to affect his career,
it's-
but
a
I don't
little
think
bit.
he's canceled. Like, can he not come back from this? No, I don't think he can't come back from
Right,
this.
he'll come back.
But like we said, he's losing a lot of support and a lot of fans. And I've been doing a lot of research on this kind of. I didn't even honestly really want to talk about this too much. But, I mean, you kind of have to, right? Especially since KS175 canceled it. But the baby went and issued his real apology. Like, not the bullshit one when he just woke up.
You mean the one his publicist wrote?
Yeah.
No, you mean somebody issued a
Right. Not the one when he just woke up on Instagram Live and doubled
Right, no,
down
his
on.
team stepped in, was like, you're tripping,
And he
we
was-
got this.
The publicist,
Yeah.
that it was trending for like 2 days. The publicist.
The publicist.
But I don't know. I think he can still be prominent and make a living after this. But because there's so much backlash, that's what a lot of people were saying. Because there's so much backlash, it's not that what he said was so bad. It's just that the backlash is so bad right now. They have to react. Yeah. And that's the argument too. A lot of people have said a lot worse, done a lot worse, and not even been reprimanded this much. But so there's two arguments. There's like, okay, the baby should be made a mockery of, or he should be made example of. But then there's also there's rappers who have said worse and who have gotten lesser slaps on the wrist. So why is he like the scapegoat, basically?
What I would say, I think he kind of put a target on himself, though. I think as soon as he came back with his statement saying like, "Oh, you can't cancel me," you can't cancel the trendsetter sort of thing.
Bro, he said, "You ain't never seen a nigga this big." Like, bro, what does that have to do with anything?
He apologized 3 times.
One
on video, one on Twitter, and one from his publicist, which is supposed to be the real
The
apology,
official, yeah.
the official apology. You know, like he should have, like I said
Should've just
from
shut
the
up and
beginning,
waited.
he should have just went with his gut and saying y'all shouldn't have seen that video in the first place, and left it like that. Like
I think he went with his gut and decided to do this.
Yeah, but he listened to his gut, but he misinterpreted his gut. His gut said that these people shouldn't have seen that video in the first place. But let me give him another video to see.
I think his gut said that. I think he really thought he was not in the wrong. That's what I really think. I think he thinks he's not in the wrong.
Because it's
'Cause he doubled
definitely
down
sounded
on
like he backtracked though.
But he doubled down on it.
Kind of.
100%.
That's the first video he doubled down on.
We heard it when you played it, and he said, "None of my fans is out there." He's like, "Even my gay fans ain't dirty."
Oh yeah.
Yes, that's the double down I'm speaking of.
But he was trying to say it as if he wasn't trying to dog anybody.
So he was still trying to clean it up, but
Right.
Yeah, but when you listen to him, again, we're going back to it. It was very random that he got to those 3 points. So I get he can say
that's what I'm saying.
that he's not trying to dog no one, but he like
you brought up everyone.
Yeah, like you literally went and
Right,
dogged
and his
everyone.
DJ
was co-signing it. Yeah, we know.
So he literally was trying to like save face, but ignoring his own video.
And not really apologizing. No
Like,
sideways apology.
That's like somebody trying
Exactly.
to stick up for somebody else, not knowing what they meant to say. He was, I don't know.
Well, and I think
it's all weird, bro.
I think in this point in time with like cancel culture, like if you're a person that makes a mistake, and this is just my humble opinion, you should recognize it and see how you can learn from it and try to have an understanding of where these people are coming from besides already going on the defense and be like, nah, I didn't do this, that wasn't my intention. Take the time to realize how someone could have misinterpreted that and how you could be better and move forward. And I think that's how you should approach it.
And that's what his reply said. I needed education. Thank you for the people who took time to teach me and communicate with me. It's like, baby, that's what we've been trying to tell you. You're so like on a pedestal, you don't want to hear nothing.
Well, he thinks he's above everything.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, his first name was Baby Jesus.
Sweet baby Jesus. That reminds me of Talladega Nights.
No, exactly. That same type of context. It's like, he's so arrogant, bro. Like,
Yeah.
What I was about to say, but we think he's not canceled
Blasphemous.
technically. So what does he have to do to like really get back into good graces, or for
This is
him not to be canceled?
the thing we always say, I don't know, y'all might not agree, but I think I will. Just lay low, let it blow over. Just
Shut up. Yeah, dude, just shut up. You don't even
And
have to lay
come
low.
back hot.
You don't even have to just lay
They'll
low.
forget.
Literally
bro.
just shut up.
Don't
There's
give
gonna be
it
so
the
much
energy.
other shit that we're worried about. If
This
you're
is-
gonna come with us on, we're gonna be like, oh, he did say that, huh? But fuck it.
Right. This shit hot.
You know? But don't drag it on unless he wants this attention.
Don't drag it on. This isn't the attention you
I don't think he's canceled because I think, one, I just think with cancel culture, something new comes up and they move on. Anyways, that's just, there's so much information. And so I think that's why, but I agree with you, just time. Time is essentially going to be like what makes it better for him once people forget about it. 'Cause it's going to happen.
People are, for one, we get messed up thinking celebrities aren't normal people. These people are regular people. People make mistakes. People, especially when you have the spotlight and camera on you all the time, and that's what we're learning too. Like when you talk for a living, or when you're in the spotlight for a living, you're gonna say some stupid shit.
For sure.
You're gonna say some stuff that's wrong, or that you might offend some people. But if you really think, this is where he went wrong. If you really think you were in the right, stand by that and move forward. But don't double down and then apologize. Like that's what makes it all worse. If you really believe what you say, stand by that and move forward and shut up. But I think for him to not be canceled, you just gotta shut up and let time move. Doja Cat, just watch everything Doja Cat did.
She did it perfect.
Perfect.
I mean, there's
People
so
don't
many
even talk
examples
about
out
it
there. Like, I think he's gonna be fine.
And that's why I don't believe in cancel culture, because there's so
Right.
many
I don't
examples
either.
where people
Well,
have
it's
been
just,
canceled and still.
That's why I agree that he was trying to keep this attention going, and he just was like, "Fuck it, I'm feeling this shit."
He started losing too much money though.
And to go on the opposite end, all these events and places that are canceling him and like trying to like use his name and stuff, they're trying to get clout too.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
trying to
for
get
sure.
ticket sales. Like,
For
oh,
sure.
I didn't even know this concert was going on. They canceled him. Fuck, I'm gonna
No,
grab this
yeah, because
ticket
that's
now.
support in its own too. That's
You know, so I think they're taking advantage of that. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, we're gonna cancel him. We're replacing him with this.
Yeah.
Buy our tickets.
and this may sound bad, but I don't even know if I firmly believe in cancel culture because I just don't know if that's the right way to approach
Yeah.
something. You know what I mean? Like just
especially for something like this. It's not like he's
Yeah.
like Andrew Cuomo out here growing,
Yeah.
or Bill Cosby. Like he said some stuff wrong on stage. He's entitled to make a mistake. But like I was saying last time, I think his mistake is when he doubled down. Like if you made a mistake, acknowledge your mistake and move forward. People make mistakes every day. You said the wrong shit, you were drunk, people get drunk all the time. Shut up, apologize, keep moving forward.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to say. But I never knew there were so many festivals.
Right. That's why
I was like, they had this going on?
I saw somebody post there like all these concerts are just canceling or trying to like headline canceling the baby just so they could get ticket sales and exposure.
Bro.
And I was thinking, I was like, damn, that's crazy.
Literally?
I never heard of none. I didn't know none of these were happening.
So, do you guys know who Questlove is? He's
Yes.
the drummer in the Roots.
Yes. Yeah.
He's like on Jimmy Kimmel
Jimmy
or
Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon. Like he's like runs
Okay,
the whole
yeah.
band with the afro.
Yeah.
People are literally making up festivals to cancel the baby from. So that was a big thing too.
Bro, the Kiss 175 would have me going, bro. They, due to the babies, some blah blah blah, we're canceling the summer
Questlove.
jam. I'm like, y'all canceling the whole thing because of the baby?
No, AP was set to perform, and for like
Yeah.
locals and
Bunch
stuff
of
like
locals,
that.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's tough. But Questlove has a imaginary festival or a festival that he would want to do, and he has like a whole list of people who
And he
he
canceled
would
the
want to
baby.
do, and he canceled the baby from his imaginary. Once I seen that, I was like, okay, this is kind of getting out of hand. But then the baby, this is what's wrong. Like
Bro,
he was like,
babies
I
get
don't
so
even.
much exposure though.
He's like, I don't even know who Questlove is. He's like, no. He's like, I'm not being funny. when I say I have
Haven't
no
you performed
idea
with him?
who Questlove is.
Oh, did y'all see his video?
Who?
The babies. He dropped a video, like basically responding to all this too. A music video.
Oh, music video?
Yeah, and at the end of it, he said something about AIDS. He said, "We're not afraid of AIDS, son. We on your ass, boy." I wish we. Oh, exactly. I wish we could like. I should have sent it to you so we could play it.
Yeah,
You could look it up.
I'm sure he wants to delete that now. But yeah, he's performing with bro. People just be saying anything.
Yeah, he's done.
I seen somebody say, due to the recent comments, the baby has been canceled from my baby shower.
Damn, is that what we should put? Due to recent comments, he has been canceled from our show? It's like I'm playing.
Fuck the baby. It's like, no, I think he's fine.
I think we'll be fine.
He'll be fine. But
Let's move
on.
You just gotta learn from it. That's all it is.
We're gonna move on like the baby should move on.
He just has to shut up.
Alright, segue king. How you gonna segue?
Not the segue king.
There you are. Don't doubt yourself.
You the segue Isn't it black on here? New Isaiah Rashad, the house is burning. The house is burning. The house is
Damn,
burning.
son, where'd you find this?
Alright, y'all, we've been hyping this album for a long time. We hype anything Dreamville or TE, to be honest.
For sure.
But with good reason, they always deliver.
Man, we're a little biased.
Yeah, fuck it. Joe Budden and themselves, they used to call themselves the Hove-Vengers, because they used to talk about Jay-Z, Hove all the time. I feel like we need to come up with a name for our TE fandom. But it was regardless. Isaiah Rashad dropped his third studio album, The House is Burning. I'm not even gonna ask because I know you guys listen to it. So let's just jump right into it. The House is Burning. Boring. 16 songs. How do we feel about it? What are our initial thoughts?
Go ahead, Wax. Go ahead, Wax.
Bro, this shit has been on repeat, no skips, for the past 3 days. 3 days straight.
3 days straight.
I agree, it's been on repeat, but my first listen, I was like, this was cool. Maybe because I wasn't really paying attention to it, but the more I started listening to it, I'm like, oh, this song's fire. Oh, shoot, this song's fire. Oh, man, I didn't recognize this song.
Low-key, those are the best albums.
Yeah, so maybe because like when I first was getting Isaiah Rashad, I was like, oh, I'm super hyped for this. So when I listened to it, I was like, and then I played it back though, and it's
You heard that track number 2? You were still?
No, that's where I got to it, and then it like, once, I think what kind of threw me off is they had Lay With You and Headshots like kind of near the beginning, and so I'm like, like these songs are cool, yeah. But then once you get like the halfway point on the second part of the list, they start to get fire again.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it a lot. I still don't know, and I'll leave this, I'll parking lot this question, but I'm gonna throw it out there. Is it his best project? Is it better than the last one? We'll parking lot that, but yeah.
It's still early, so I wouldn't even answer that. But what's crazy, Isaiah has no bad albums, and I'm gonna go farther and say Isaiah Rashad. I've never heard a bad song from Isaiah Rashad.
I don't think I have either.
Like from start to finish, I've never heard a song that he's released that I could say, nah, that wasn't
that was
good.
trash.
Or
Yeah.
like, where was he going? Every song he touches has some type of potential, and that's crazy to me. Granted, he 4 projects total, plus a few loosies, so he doesn't have too much to go off of. But that's a tough feat to have 3 complete, full, dare I say classics, but like 3 full, complete albums where you can literally listen from start to finish. I really like his first album. I really like his first mixtape, to be honest. And I think it's...
What's that, Game Over? Or?
It has a few different names. what I was introduced to it as is Welcome to the Game, Isaiah Rashad. It's also referred to as Pieces of a Kid, or Pisces of a Kid, Pieces of a Kid, if I'm not mistaken. But that's what kind of put me on to him, and I think that's what got him signed to TDE, which if you ever heard that, you totally understand why he got signed.
I mean, his first two projects are, to me, that those are classics.
But what's crazy
What
is
was the name of that song?
Welcome to the Game.
Okay.
The
It is
album.
Welcome to the Game, that's why I know
That's
that.
the album or mixtape?
His first mixtape.
Mixtape that got him signed?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And what's crazy is when you look at the aesthetics, how that album was built, how it was put together, it's really similar to this album. All of his albums are kind of put together similarly.
Yeah.
Like, as far as musically, sonically, how they hit, how it has the perfect balance of melodies and fast and slow, and this song and this song. He never goes commercial. He never forces a radio hit. He never goes outside of himself. To be in TDE, he never tries to sound like Kendrick or Schoolboy. And I think that's what's caused him so much, dare I say, trauma, but so much turmoil, because that's always the thing with Rashad. He's really talented. He's good at making music. He's never focused. And Top always puts him on ice and doesn't let him drop music because he's never focused. He's always doing this, or he's doing this, or like he's just not, his mind is elsewhere, you know what I'm saying? And I think he really kind of spoke to that in this album. It's really introspective.
This is it's a storytelling album if you really listen to it, and it represents The House is Burning. You kind of see the cycle of what he kind of was going through, because all these songs, like, it has a story and a meaning behind it. And
expound. What do you mean?
Well, like, I think we all know, maybe we not, maybe the audience may not, but he was struggling throughout the past years with some of his just personal life, addictions, different things like that. Life in general comes at you fast. Right. And I think this kind of gives you an insight of some of the stuff he was going through, like R.I.P. Young, like that's basically R.I.P. to the youth, you know what I mean? Like things he's going through, transitions in life, all this. I think it's just kind of his story of what he was going through throughout this time. And the house may have been burning.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And that's what it felt like. Probably.
Yeah.
No. I've been trying to grasp the concept, because you know your first couple listens, you're just like listening just to like listen. You hear the beat, you kind of hear a few quick bars, but then after the few listens, you start like breaking it down. You actually start to live with it. You actually start to hear the stories. So I've been trying to understand the concept. So it's interesting that you say that. So I'm gonna definitely try and like go back more and listen a little bit more. But Rashad's always been introspective. You know where he's from, you know what girls he's dating, you know how many kids he has, you know where he used to work, his car. Yeah, he talks about it all. So it's dope. And even his video for Headshots, he's in an AA meeting, and then like he's going through that, and then he's like talks about leaving, and like I think once he gets in the car, he like opens up a bottle and drinks as soon as he leaves his AA meeting.
But that's just real though.
Right.
Like, you know, that's real life. A lot of people do that and can relate to that. And that's what I'm saying. A lot of these songs, like, I just was getting the vibe he was trying to tell us, like, what he was going through his music. Yeah. Like, his first song's Dark Side. Like, you know, like.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
What's your guys' favorite song so far? If you guys, like, had to break it down to a few or a couple.
Let's go top two.
Top two?
Top one is always hard for me.
Damn. Real quick, I just wanted to say that I appreciate it, like, cause this was my intro to Isaiah Rashad.
Okay.
So I was like, yo, I was appreciating what y'all was saying. I'm like, damn, like, I never like
Looked
knew
at it like
anything
that.
about Isaiah Rashad. This is my intro right here. I even told Lamar, I was like, I gotta go listen to his other albums before I listen to this, cause he was like, you can't just dive into this.
It's hard because he is so introspective. It's
Yeah.
like you just jumping in at 28, like you gotta learn this.
I didn't get what you were saying, so I listened to the old ones and I was like, I still didn't know what you were saying. I was like, yeah, these are good too. I was like, yeah, this is good. And I jumped in this one, I was like, bro, he makes good music. At the end of the day, he makes good music. Now I'm gonna listen to it in a different light because of how y'all like look at him as an artist.
No,
I'm definitely gonna go and like look at interviews and just like dive into Isaiah Rashad now. That's what I do when I like artists. I just like
dive totally in. And that's the thing with TDE, they don't be doing interviews and stuff like that. I kind of hate it. I kind of hate the new trend of like not
In incognito sort of thing.
Yeah, like I get it.
I like it kind of.
I like it. I get it. Exactly, but
I like to go in
if
kind
I'm selfish. Come on, I need to know. I need the breakfast
no, I
club.
feel it.
I need this. I need the drink champs.
I just
need
like to
all
find
that.
out about them as a person. Like that makes me like artists more.
Exactly.
Where's your head at? Where's your space at? What are your goals? Type shit. But
yeah, to answer your question, I don't know.
No, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, to answer your question and get into it, on this album, my favorite song is R.I.P. Young, and then my second favorite is gonna be Chad. And then my third, I don't know, we're not supposed to get third. We always give extras.
I'm struggling to narrow it down to
Uzi.
two.
I got to throw Uzi in there, my bad.
I'm struggling to narrow it down to two, to be quite honest with you. I like what you said a lot. I liked it when he released the video before this was even dropped. So that's still one that's always up there. But without that one, what you said?
What you said?
Oh, R.I.P. Young?
Yeah.
No, the title is
No,
what you said.
Yeah.
Literally.
Oh, I was like, what did I say?
And the video dropped before the album actually came out. So if I took that one out, I agree. R.I.P. Young is up there. I like Hey Mister a lot.
Hey Mister's fire.
I like Chad.
Actually, as I'm
I like
looking-
True Story.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to narrow it down.
Yeah, like
No, at the end of the day,
I
I
like
like
them.
the whole thing. Like I said,
It's a great
no
album.
skips for the past 3 days. Like repeat.
yeah.
I like my top two. If I have to pick, I like what you said a lot. It's like definitely big summer vibes, summer party,
sure.
pool party vibes.
That's the one I had you replay. Remember? I was like,
Yeah.
wait, replay this.
Mm-hmm. And then I like 9 to 3 freestyle too. I like Isaiah Rashad when he's rapping and popping his shit.
Yeah.
I like melodic Rashad too a lot, but when he's rapping, he's undefeated, man.
No, this is
First listen, or first couple listen, this shit's about a 9 out of 10.
it's definitely not. I don't know if it's for me, this is
Album
my
of the
personal
year?
album of the year. I don't know if it is there yet. I still think Tyler, speaking of performances, Lollapalooza, he went off on his performance.
And it was live on Hulu.
Yeah, I saw that.
I was like going to Hulu to watch something else, and I seen Lollapalooza, and it said Tyler.
Yeah.
I clicked instantly. Oh
He
man.
killed that shit, bro.
Yeah,
He's such a performer.
You should have just been like, hey, y'all watch this. I did not know
I
this. I don't know what
should've.
y'all know.
Have you ever heard of Lollapalooza?
It rings a bell, but I've never been.
It's like another festival.
Yeah. It's like Coachella.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they have it every year. I seen Freddie Gibbs set
Yeah,
Lollapalooza
my
on
guy.
fire. And it's dope because he's from Indiana, and Indiana, Chicago's
yeah.
right there.
Oh, the Chicago one?
Yeah.
Was it in Chicago?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was this past weekend.
That shit was like.
Yeah, there was a lot of viral clips going on.
I'm gonna say this, COVID or no COVID,
Right.
I still think I'm gonna pass
that
on
shit
going to
gave
that
me
shit.
anxiety.
You would've got
Like,
trampled.
Yeah,
I
bro.
was like, bro, there's no way. What were we watching when there was a lot of people? The Bucks game? Remember that shit?
Oh yeah, outside.
It was like that, but probably
Oh, way
worse.
worse. The Megan Thee Stallion.
That shit
You
was
seen
like
it?
double that
You
shit.
seen the
I was
Megan Thee
like,
Stallion?
what the
She
fuck?
set it on fire.
Yeah.
Damn.
There was a few people who were out
Okay,
there.
now I know what y'all talking about.
Yeah.
That's why I said.
But I still think Tyler has the album of the year. But this is up there. I think I'll put it past Vince for me.
J. Cole.
Oh shit, I forgot about J. Cole.
I think for me right now, I think it's J. Cole and Isaiah, and then Tyler's number 3.
Ooh, okay. I still think Tyler's number 1, and then I put J. Cole, Isaiah in the same, and then I give it
Yeah, I gotta
to
give it.
Vince.
Tyler's number 1 for me.
That Tyler album's crazy.
Yeah.
But honestly, I'm gonna throw her in there too. I forgot about
That's a
those
good one
musicians.
too. Yeah.
I'm gonna throw
I did not side with her.
that. No particular order. Her, J. Cole, and this Isaiah. Tyler's in there because Isaiah's still early, but I could see Isaiah bumping in. The way I'm bumping this way more than I was. bumping
Okay,
Tyler.
without it being like your biased opinion, would you say this is gonna do more numbers then?
Oh no.
Okay.
Tyler's a superstar. It's hard to
For
do
sure.
more than Tyler. But just as far as like my personal
Preference.
favorite.
Okay. Yeah.
No, I get that because y'all have always been on
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
my first
I-
intro.
I've been on Tyler.
He's
for a
good,
while,
don't
too.
get me wrong, but Tyler?
This isn't even my favorite Tyler album, honestly. It's not the top 2 for me.
But I still think
not,
he
but
just
it's so
got the
different.
album of the year so far.
It's so different, bro. It's like, it's not different because it's like him going back to his old ways almost. Where he just...
Is this your
rapping.
intro? Well,
I'm talking about Tyler.
yeah, I was gonna say, is this your introduction to Tyler?
No, definitely
This album?
No, definitely not. I've been on Tyler since Yonkers, bro.
Because
That's
that's,
what
he
it gives
said.
me. It gives me Yonkers.
He wanted to make a good rap album.
Yeah, it gives
So-
me Yonkers.
That's definitely what he did.
Does it give y'all Yonkers? Like,
No, yeah.
No.
when he was rapping?
Kind of. No, more Cherry Bomb, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so a
Yeah.
mixture.
Yeah, I think I definitely see him
Cause he was definitely on his
more
like,
rapping. He was.
singing and
Exactly.
It
It's
wasn't
still
like
real
ego
melodic.
for sure.
Yeah.
The Yonker beats were real like basement.
Yeah.
Right, he
It's
was
like that was,
spitting,
yeah, that was that
just
vibe.
straight, like,
Yeah. Heavy bass,
weird shit.
no
Yeah.
piano.
Nah, you're right. You're right.
All these songs have piano.
So it was like a mixture. That's
But I
probably
think
why
it's
like it so much.
more of a mature version of Cherry Bombers. It's like
But
he's
he's just so good at composing and everything. So he's a cheat code, bro.
I think
Tyler,
this last album is a good like
he's a cheat code.
putting all of his work together and just, this is like a summary of what he is right now.
Yeah, no, listen to that Massive song and he breaks it down perfectly. He explains his whole outlook on life throughout his whole albums and his outlook now. And that's why Tyler's so dope, is because I don't even see him as a rapper, but he wanted to make a rap album and he smoked it.
killed that
He
shit.
can do whatever he
I
wants.
see him as a rapper and then he transitioned. I was like, okay, I see where you're going.
I'm kind of more with you. I agree with that. I see
And
him
then
more as a
I felt like
rapper.
he came back to his rap roots a little bit with DJ Drama, so that's why I fucked with it more.
See, when I first was
But
introduced to
I-
Tyler, he was producing, he was on the internet, he was like doing everything. So
Oh,
I
I
kind
get what
of
you're
knew
saying.
he was like a personality more than anything.
True.
And then my brother really liked that Yonkers stuff, so I was like, my little brother can have
He had a
that.
TV show at a young age.
Exactly. He had all. But yeah, Tyler. One more. Wait, what? One more.
Yeah, one more. Let's do
But yeah, Tyler. I honestly forgot what I was gonna say though.
But yeah, Tyler.
What were we talking about?
We were talking about what his last album I think reminded us of the most, and I also said I think he
Oh,
got the best
Yonkers.
album. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's how
said
I got
Cherry
introduced
Bomber.
as I got introduced with him as a rapper. You got introduced as him as a personality. I knew he was just like more than a rapper. He was a whole personality. And who else we got?
But yeah, Tyler. Whatever. Fuck that. Long story short though, we all think this Isaiah Rashad is fire.
Fire.
The house is burning.
Okay.
It's fire.
Well, moving
No pun
on.
intended.
There's a few other albums that dropped. Young Dolph dropped the album with his label. Yeah, thank you.
Paper Route.
Paper Route Empire called Paper Route Illuminati. Y'all have a chance to check this out at all?
Yeah, actually today I
Just
bumped
today,
it. Yeah, while I was working out. It's definitely good workout music. And I fuck with Young Dolph, Key Glock. There's a lot of people I didn't even know. We were talking about that earlier on the ride over here. There's some people I didn't know who
Yeah,
was.
they're signed to him
Yeah.
apparently. That's what I figured. I'm like, oh, it must be.
I do know I like
These
the
are all
song.
Memphis rappers, I'm guessing.
I believe so.
Besides
Yeah.
Gucci Mane.
I like Big Unk. I decided because there's a few songs he's on that I liked. But
Who?
Big Unk.
Okay, yeah, I seen
Yeah.
Big Unk. I think Snoop Bands is one of his artists.
I see
there's
you
a
thought
few-
was Soulja Boy.
Funny story. I clicked on this album, and like I always do, I just see new albums. I'm like, oh, this album looks dope. Yeah, let me go ahead and put this on play. And I put the phone in my pocket. I don't even look at the list. I didn't even know it was a long ass album. This shit was going forever. But yeah, I was mowing my lawn, just listening. And like 4 songs, bro. I'm like, damn, Soulja Boy's all over this shit. It was not Soulja Boy at all, bro. I looked, I'm like, bro, this is not Soulja Boy. I guess it's Snoop Bands. And Snoop Bands sounds like Soulja Boy. That's my first
He
take.
sounds like a better rap than Soulja Boy. I'll give you that.
Also, what a terrible name, Snoop Bands.
Snoop Bands. What's the other dude you pointed out?
Oh, Jody Badass. I was
Jody
like, bro,
Badass.
what the fuck? Who is Jody Badass?
I thought that was Joey.
No.
I was about to say, oh, he got Joey on here.
That's what I was like, yeah. Nah, it's Joey.
I was literally just about to say, oh, he
It's a
got
bunch
Joey.
of, no, it's definitely a bunch of Memphis. Because even Snoop Bands, he said something about Memphis. I was like, Soulja Boy's not from Memphis. Bro.
And also,
Yeah.
somebody named Big Moochie Great. He's on a few
Oh
songs.
yeah, I see him.
I didn't get through the whole thing, but it's typical Young Dolph vibes.
Yeah.
Like, if you like Young Dolph, you'll like
Right.
it.
I think
Exactly.
if you want to work out, I would recommend it. For
If
sure.
you like the new Memphis sound, you'll definitely like this.
For sure.
'Cause Memphis has been on
This
fire.
shit
bro.
is solid.
Yeah, they are.
Memphis is
I like
on
that
fire.
song. I like it a lot.
And
Like
they've always
Moneybagg Yo is
been
like
on
one of
fire.
my favorite artists right now.
Yeah, Memphis is
He's
doing
from
it.
Memphis.
I can't lie though, I don't like collaboration albums, man. I'm not.
It takes a certain group to do it and do it well.
It's not
Yeah.
Why don't you? Why?
Because that's when all the big artists try and put on the little homies and the little homies.
You don't like that?
No, I don't like that. I'm not trying to hear your cousin on a bar, man. I'm trying to hear Young
See?
Dolph, Key Glock. That's it.
I like
Give me
when
Gucci
artists
Mane.
put on other artists.
Nah,
I
man,
love
I'm
it.
not trying to hear your
That's how
cousin's
you-
best friend's mama.
That's how you discover new artists that should be the top artists. You know what I'm saying?
I think for me, the reason why I don't like collab albums that much either is because there's not really a concept behind it. It's just a mixture of songs
And
just
they just
thrown into
throw it out.
Yeah, and then put it out. It's
I
not.
was fucking with this shit, dude.
But no, I was hyped when I was working out. It's definitely like it's got the upbeat. It's the Memphis style right now. If you listen to Young Dolph or Key Glock, like it's that style. Like
No, but to bounce off what Lamar was saying, I just like when new artists get that exposure, and I'm like, dang, this dude's actually pretty tight, bro.
see, but for me, I don't really like artists
Like
I
Snoop
hear.
Dogg, I think I like Snoop Dogg, bro.
I don't think I like an artist until I actually hear like their full album, their work, their like.
But would
full
you listen
piece.
to it if they weren't exposed or got that stamp from
must
this
not be
artist
good.
that you like?
If it's good, I'm gonna find it.
Well, okay, is that
that's
your
not-
only way of finding artists then?
I find a lot
see,
of artists,
That's fine, but I like finding artists this way too. I'm like,
which is cool, but
No,
it's
I'm
not
cool
knocking it. I'm
but
not
they
knocking
may never make it mainstream, but it still fills my docket for me, you know. Like what's that one dude that was under Wale? Remember when Wale was late?
Black Cobain.
Yeah, he never made it mainstream, but I fuck with Black Cobain.
Yeah,
bro.
sometimes you come across really good
and I would have
artists,
never found him.
such as the Sminos or the Gunnas or different things like that. But 9 times out of 10, it's not too.
No, I
And
get it.
listen,
They're gonna
niggas
be
like-
they're gonna be good. They're
9
gonna be
times
good.
out of 10 is
You're gonna
niggas
find
like
them.
Joey Badass and fucking
Okay, but you're not gonna like all of them. I get
Jay
it.
Fizzle,
I get it. You're not gonna like all of them.
Young Thug, be putting 10 new like Young Thug. I'm trying to hear your verses.
No, for
I don't
sure.
want to
And
hear
again,
Lil Key on every song.
The song may sound good on here with other people's influence, but if you go to their project, is it gonna sound as good?
But would you have ever give it a chance if he wasn't exposed from the
I
person
still
that
don't
you
think I
like?
would give it a chance even just listening to this. I'd still be like, once I hear him and he has a good album, I'll take a look. I'll take a gander. I don't think I'm gonna go and check out anyone that I named off the, like Big Unk. I don't think I'm gonna check out his
Now,
album.
see, but okay, to spin off that, I am gonna go look at what's the name of his?
See, you don't even remember.
Well,
You
I
know
have
this
to-
song.
Joey
Well,
Badass.
that's only because I feel like it sounds like
Snoop Bands.
Soldier Boy, and I was like, hold on, I kind of like this.
Snoop Bands.
Because I wish Soldier Boy would rap like this.
No,
So,
every now and then you come across those gems for sure. But for me, generally, I feel like it's lazy. They just, like you were saying, they just get a whole bunch of songs and just put it on the album and just drop it.
There's no concept.
If you want to really drop an artist or like market an artist or really like roll out an artist, look at Ross. Look at the way some of these other people, Diddy, do it. Granted, they have collab albums, but that's after the artists are on. I don't like the fact that they kind of just like just put them on there and then like we kind of don't hear from them again. Like if you're really gonna market these artists and really put them on, then do that. Put them on your next single for your album, or put them on this. Don't just drop a collab album and think you're just gonna get some streams out of me, because that's not gonna happen.
Well,
But
maybe
all
they're,
that said,
maybe they're just trying to get their exposure to see who.
all that
who
said,
likes
I do
who.
like what I've heard from Young Dolph's album. So I'm not speaking directly towards him. I'm just speaking on collab albums as a whole in general.
Yeah, you just hate collab albums, just
In
trying
general.
to put people on. You appreciate projects and like you said, you feel like it was lazy and they just like was putting it together.
It's kind of like mixtape vibes.
And just
to
like
be honest.
I think of it as like a shakeout garden where you just got a bunch of seeds. You like, let's pop these and see which ones make it. Oh, this one was trash. Let's throw this one away. We're
No.
never gonna see this one again.
That's exactly
But
what
this
it
one, yeah, we're gonna water this one a lot. We're gonna expose this one.
And you have
You're
you have a nicer way of saying it, because how I say it is, you throw shit at the wall and see what sticks.
Yeah,
Basically,
same
you're
way.
just, you're just throwing shit and like maybe that sticks. Not
Yeah,
that
and
one.
then one
not
that
one.
sticks, you
That's the
pay
one.
attention to that one. You're like, all
But
right,
it's
this
mixtape
is
vibes,
good.
so I get it. And
But you should
always,
already know what sticks.
we always know that there's no mixtape today. So I
Right.
get it.
Okay.
I understand it.
So this is, you just hate that mixtapes are becoming commercial,
No.
trying to get streams.
No.
You'll-
Just a
No.
collaboration of
No.
your whole label and artist. I
Right.
think.
I love that mixtapes are getting paid, but I just hate collab albums in general. But I'm gonna definitely listen to it. All that said, I'm gonna listen. This dude, Dave East, dropped album with Harry Fraud, and honestly, I'm here for some more hate. I'm gonna say I don't like Harry Fraud producing whole projects.
Okay.
I don't. I like him specifically on certain beats here and there. A whole project of Harry Fraud, I think I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It is more chill vibe.
It's like, I get it, he has a sound, but he like tries too hard to stick to that Harry Fraud sound. I think he like blew up off one sound with French Montana, and then now that's all you're gonna get from him.
It's crazy you said that because I didn't really enjoy this album. I couldn't get into it. I kept like finding myself being like, I'm not messing with this. I'm gonna skip this. It sounds kind of similar. Oh, I'm gonna skip this one. It sounds a little similar.
I
too.
found myself forcing myself liking this because I'm such a huge Dave East fan, and I didn't even listen to the whole album, so I could totally like change my tone in a couple weeks.
I
But
ain't gonna lie, this is my first time seeing this.
nah, we talked about it when I was with you.
Yeah, there was like
with me,
Yeah, we went to go eat.
you probably play one song
Yeah,
and then you got off of it.
exactly. But
But
like,
I kind of remember seeing this in your car, and I was like, oh shit, Dave East dropped some shit, and then you got off of it, and I was like, fuck it.
we talked
Oh,
about
yeah,
it for a minute.
I hadn't.
But that's the
just
thing.
myself.
I was like driving, or I was going out, or I was in a gym, and none of these are Harry
Those
Fraud
vibes, yeah.
So I haven't really had a chance to really listen to it.
that's like a Sunday smoke
Yeah,
sesh.
I'm like
vibes,
about to
yeah.
clean up the house,
Yeah.
and just chill.
Interesting. I'm gonna give this a cool little.
But Harry Fraud dropped a project with Jim Jones, I think, recently.
And that shit was fire.
It was
Oh, that was-
fire.
yeah, Harry Fraud was on it?
Yeah, it was fire. So I mean, Harry Fraud is a great producer. Don't get me wrong. I just personally, I don't want to hear a whole album, and that's been the norm with producers teaming up with artists. And I don't know how I feel about it. It's
All
cool,
about the
but
bag, man. It's how it's structured.
I get it. But come on, man, that's kind of
Like, if
lazy.
you gonna spend your time, get the bag. Whereas it used to be just put out good music and see what happens.
Or it used to be, I'm
Now
gonna
you
this person, I'm gonna
very
this person,
strategic.
go
You
here,
like,
go here,
oh.
go here.
We got this. We signed to this distributor. We're gonna do it like this.
But you said you didn't make it all the way through.
Nah, I didn't get to. It just kept losing my attention, so I went back to Isaiah Rashad.
Yes. And I do want to finish it because Benny's on here.
I mean, he's got some good features.
Jim's on here.
I'll probably listen to it
Currency,
tomorrow before
Currency,
Friendship
Friends.
drops.
So yeah, I'm gonna definitely revisit. But like you said, it wasn't catching my attention. One album that definitely was catching my
10,000
attention.
ask if you listen to it.
Woo! Air horns for Tink.
It's been a minute because she had like record label issues, right?
Air horns and applause for the Queen Tink, man. I believe you're right though. Whether it was issues with the label, issues with management, I don't know what was specific, she doesn't drop a lot. And Tink has been one of those people who has had kind of hype or eyes on her for a while. So like you said, she's been out for a little minute. I'm trying to see how many albums she dropped total, but I can definitely tell you it's been a while since she's dropped an album. And when I tell you I was like not even expecting this, man, there's a lot of Hitmaker on here, which kind of caught me off guard. If I have one, what's the word, like,
Go to
no, criticism or one thing I don't like, and it comes with Hitmaker beats. There's a lot of flips, a lot of like remakes of beats, a lot of like songs of songs, and it's really dope when you kill it. But sometimes when you don't kill it, it's like, all right, this is a little forced. But regardless, it's hard to miss with Hitmaker on the production and a lot of these songs. And Tink is such a writer. What made Tink different, you can see here, she came out in 2012. She kind of came out with the Dej Loafs. It was her, Dej Loaf. There wasn't too many people doing that rapper singing thing in 2012. and that's when she first dropped. It's 2012. Men Are Women, and then she dropped again 14, dropped again 16, took some time off, 19. It looks like she dropped 2 projects in 2020.
I didn't hear nothing about those.
Me either. I'm gonna definitely revisit those because that was during quarantine time. But this Heat of the Moment album, I'm definitely fucking with it.
I only listened to it once, and first listen, I agree. I think I was able to listen to the whole thing through. It caught my attention. I was able to vibe to it. I enjoyed it.
Like I said, she be rapping and singing, so it's like pick your poison. Tink album, Heat of the Moment. She has Young Blue on here. Honestly, Young Blue is probably a budding superstar. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that out there now. Jeremiah, I think this is one of my favorite songs on the album.
I like Chasin' too, the one before.
Oh yeah, Chasin'. She starts it off fire. Throwing with DeVito is another flip, and at first it kind of threw me for a guard, but afterwards, Hitmaker, I was like, I see where he's going with this. Mixed Feelings is one of my favorites. She has Kodak on here, and then Prove It is also one of my favorites.
Crazy as I like that song, but I don't like Kodak. Yeah, I didn't like Kodak on it.
He kind of comes on with the sleepy voice.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not feeling him. He could have kept that.
No, she smoked it though. This is definitely, I've been replaying this album more than I thought.
I'm gonna give it another listen for sure.
Like, I was like, let me just check out the Tink, and I listened to it. I was like, oh wait a minute, listen to it again, and then once you like replay it after that second listen, that's how you know it's kind of up there. But I think she was like kind of involved with Timbaland for a minute. I want to say she was messing with Missy Elliott for a minute. Like she's been in it since 2012. So I love to see people who don't rush, can reinvent themselves, take their time with their music, and really just drop a great project.
Play the long game.
Yeah, it's she's 9 years since she dropped her first album, and she's still as hot as ever. So shout out to Tink. Also worth noting, it looks like she's signed to herself. It says Winter's Diary /WD Records, which is probably Winter's Diary Records. And then she probably has a partnership with Empire. So yeah, that's dope. Shout out to Tink. Definitely a sleeper album for me, and I'm gonna playlist for the rest of the year. I can already tell. There's already a few songs in here that's gonna make it to the playlist. Make it to that Subtle Spring playlist. That's how you know you made it legendary, if you make it to that Subtle Spring. Let's look at the docket though. What else do you guys have?
Music wise, that's all that's been on my radar.
Yeah, I'm looking at this crazy ass weather, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Bro,
the world.
It says
Turkey.
Wildfires have erupted around the world. The most devastating in Turkey. Bro, Turkey's on fire. Italy, USA, Spain, France, Cyprus, Finland, Lebanon, Canada, and Greece have also had terrible fires.
When you guys were saying fires, I thought it was just like,
bro, there's
the US
no fires have places that have never been on fire, bro.
Yeah.
There has been severe flooding in Germany, China, Italy, Belgium, and Netherlands. There's been hail bigger than tennis balls. Hail bigger than tennis balls. That's crazy, bro. It has rained down in northern Italy, and it even snowed in Brazil.
That's wild. That snowed in Brazil.
like in the summertime?
Right now. The second largest, bro, period. It snowed in Brazil. It doesn't snow in Brazil. The second largest river in South America, the Parana River is currently suffering from a severe drought. The second largest river in South America, bro. Basically, weather is happening in places it's never happened before, bro.
So basically, global warming is at an all-time high.
Pretty much
what I take from it.
Or the end of days is here. Whatever you want. However you want.
You're saying it's the rapture?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not super religious, so I'm just gonna say global warming. I'm gonna go with lesser of two.
I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, I think that is crazy. But personally, I would attribute it to global warming. And Donald Trump being like, well, if it's so, if global warming is real, then why there freezing temperatures in Antarctica? It's like,
Yeah,
bro, that's
I'm
not what global
gonna have to do
warming
more
is.
research with this and see, has it ever snowed in Brazil?
Well, it says it does during winter time.
Winter.
Yeah.
But not often, I would imagine. Because they're on the equator. It's like snow in Jamaica.
Yeah, that's crazy. But
Oh wow. It says though snow blizzards and freezing temperatures aren't common in Brazil, when it does occur, it is usually during the months of June, July, and August.
Oh,
yeah, just
Yeah.
snowed there. It just snowed there.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, this post I'm looking at is shit that happened this month, basically.
But it was 5 days ago, and it shows this picture that it snowed.
Yeah, it's
This
snowed.
picture right here.
That's wild.
So, but it happens.
Flurries.
Yeah, it does happen. Yeah.
That's
See-
not snow.
No, it's not compared to what we get.
Yeah, no, I'm just trolling.
It's like Vegas snow. Like, yeah, it snows in Vegas every now and then. But that was crazy that I just saw. Other than that, y'all see Amazon, just saying random stuff until y'all figure out what I'm talking about. Amazon is allowing you to pay for stuff using your palm print. So you sign up with your palm print, boom. So first of all, have you guys heard of these local Amazon stores that you could go into?
Mm-hmm.
And you just get your Amazon shit.
Mm-hmm.
And they got like, basically they're about to take over the world. Amazon's taking over the world. That's
About
my
to?
take.
You think they're about to?
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos is the richest man in the world.
Yeah, he stepped down.
Yeah, no, he's taking over.
No, he's good.
They're over.
Like, as far as his stock, bro, he bought enough. He's set, bro.
Well,
Him and his
I'm just
family
saying,
is set
Amazon.
just based off of him buying the stock of Amazon. He doesn't even have to touch or tell Amazon what to do anymore. He could
Right.
still, Amazon could drop to $1,000. I mean, he's still a billionaire.
Right.
If
So
he's set
Amazon has
outside.
taken over the world already. Past tense.
No, he set up Amazon to take over the world.
Oh, it's taking over, bro.
No, it is taking over. It hasn't taken over
Oh, it's
yet.
taken. It's gone.
Well,
Amazon
there's
is
still
gone.
Walmarts and stuff. You
More
can't say
people
he's
order
taking
stuff
over.
online today than go into stores. Though.
Okay, but Amazon is not the number one store.
Retail online store? What is?
Alibaba is
Nah,
a big
bro.
competitor.
It's not.
Amazon's not number one, bro. Walmart is still competing. Like you could, bro. My mom buys shit has a Walmart order every week. Like
It's
Amazon's
Walmart still.
Yeah, Amazon's not they're gonna take over eventually, but they haven't taken over. They still have large competitors, bro.
No, Walmart is the biggest retailer for sure.
Yeah, it's the biggest retailer.
Right, and you buy stuff online from Walmart too.
But Amazon is number 2, just to point that out.
Yeah, and Amazon doesn't
But
have any stores like Walmart does.
Yeah, they do. You just said they do.
They're
And-
starting to.
But digitally, people buy more stuff online than in person.
Yes, I get that. But
So
Walmart's
although
still number one.
No, they're the biggest retailer.
Online and in store.
That's not what it says.
Bro, regardless, because of COVID, people don't go into Walmart, bro. They buy that shit online and they pull up and the people bring it out to them. That's called digital purchase.
I'm gonna go Amazon.
Regardless, Amazon hasn't taken over yet, but yes, they are taking over. I agree. They haven't taken over yet.
No, they taking over, bro.
Okay, they haven't even taken over the streaming services yet. But they're on their way.
That's their
they haven't
side
taken
job.
over the
That's their side
Bro,
hustle.
they got streaming services.
That's
they
their
got
side
cloud service,
hustle.
They got retail
That's their side
service.
hustle.
Bro,
side hustles. Side hustles.
What's their main hustle? They're still not number one. So what are you saying?
They are number one.
Alright. You just looked it up, bro. Walmart's number one.
As far as retailer, yes.
What are you arguing right now, bro?
That Amazon has taken over because
They're
people
taking
buy more
over
stuff.
or they taken over?
They've taken over.
Not yet.
They're the biggest thing going right now. Nobody's fucking with Amazon. Jeff Bezos is the richest man in the world, and it took him 10 years. Over all the Walmart families, over all the cousins, Amazon
Bro,
is
Tesla
here.
Tesla overtakes Amazon. And then fucking Apple overtakes both of them.
Because their
What are we
products
talking
are
about right now?
thousands of dollars. More people are on Amazon.
Bro,
every day
Amazon
than anything.
they might take over. I'm gonna say might now, They're hyping them too much. But they haven't taken over yet.
I'm gonna go in the middle. I agree they haven't taken over yet, but they're gonna take over.
Okay.
They're on the hills.
But they haven't taken over yet.
But can we move on now?
I'm going they took over.
Can we move on now? You too.
You go to Amazon Prime over Disney or HBO?
Bro, that's their side hustle.
Bro, their main hustle, they're still number one.
Regardless.
I'm trying to give them the benefit.
What did you bring up
Your shit.
Amazon for? You said the Palm? You can pay with your Palm?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You can pay with your phone.
So they about to control everyone now. They about to have your fingerprints. They about to.
Your palm print? What's the word? Your
Yeah.
fingerprint or your palm print? Because
Probably the
Apple got your
palm. That's like.
No, Apple got your fingerprints. They got your thumb, your index finger. What they got? Don't they ask for a third finger too? I haven't signed up for the palm.
I don't remember
finger
doing a
print.
third finger. I don't
Bro,
really
they
know.
ask for your
My
thumb,
shit's my
your
face.
finger,
They got my face.
and they got your face.
They got my face.
We worried about a palm. Apple got your fucking fingerprints and your face.
Take your butt and I'll take your bitch.
Anyways, that's all I'm saying. You could play with your palm. You just walk in and you scan your palm and then bloop,
Amazon taking over.
because Disney.
Scarlett Johansson, this was hella random to me too. And I got the update like as soon as we ended last week. But it says Scarlett Johansson sues Disney over Black Widow streaming release. Did you guys hear anything about this?
I did not.
I did because I be watching CNBC every day and they always be talking about money and lawsuits and shit.
And it was so random. But basically she's suing Disney because they promised her that she would get premiere releasing and her movie Black Widow would release solely in theaters rather than in theaters and on Disney Plus. And she's saying that's a breach of contract. And she's really mad because, of course, when you release digitally, it's going to take away from some of those box office numbers. And of course, a lot of these stars have deals directly tied to box office and how much tickets you sell and stuff like that. So basically she's saying her money is messed up because Disney went ahead and made Black Widow available with Disney Plus. But I feel like this is going to become a lot more popular because a lot of stuff is going straight to streaming services. How do you guys feel about my girl Johansson suing the Disney streaming agent?
I mean, get your money. They're a $1 billion company anyway, so get your money. But I'll also say, like, it wasn't the best of the movie, to be quite honest with you. So, but get your money. I feel you, whatever. Do what you gotta do.
So I think this sets the stage for going forward for the releases in the future. Them focusing on, is this going to be a box office solely release or is this going to be on streaming devices as well? Because this is like one of the first stories we've seen with this, and because of COVID going on, they did that because of COVID. You know, like, yes, they did agree to release it solely on box office, but COVID came out. When they wrote that contract, COVID wasn't existing.
Right.
And then COVID came about, they're like, well, damn, we're gonna lose money if we just focus on box office sales. We need to release this on streaming as well because people are staying home.
And now that I think about it,
Disney took it upon themselves to just release it simultaneously, and then Scarlett Johansson was like, hold on, but we have a contract. So I guess Disney's trying to argue that COVID is that
There's gonna be less
outlier.
people in there anyway.
It's gonna be that factor that helped them win the case. Basically, is like COVID is that, I don't know what to call it, but it's that scapegoat
it's the barrier.
that's gonna like allow them to
But
win
now that I
this
think
case.
about it, that's why they did push this movie back for like 3 years. They did just keep trying to like, promote it right.
Right, and
or
I think
trying to get the
Scarlett
right
knew this was
steam.
gonna happen, and she still was like, "Fuck it, let's still try to sue him." But she's still getting paid off the streams. Like they killed it in both. Like, this movie killed
I
it
would
in
imagine.
both.
I would imagine.
Like she's
still
getting
made a lot
paid
of money.
regardless, in my opinion. Like, and that was Disney's argument too. It was like you're getting paid. Like you're getting paid off streaming. Yes, you probably would have got paid more if it was exclusively off box office. But don't overlook the amount you're getting paid by us releasing it on streaming as well. Like you got paid too.
I think from a business standpoint, I think Disney did the right thing by putting it on both.
Right.
Morally, it may
right,
not be
exactly.
correct according to their contracts.
True.
I agree, but business-wise, like you said, there's gonna be people that still don't want to go to a movie theater that may want to watch this, and they probably purchased it online. So they're still getting numbers from that. I guess for me, I'm all for like, if it's someone against $1 billion company, get your money.
Hella.
True.
Disney's,
Like try it.
Yeah.
Disney's hella petty too. It says the company said it fully compiled or complied with Miss Johansson's contract, and furthermore, the release of Black Widow on Disney Plus with Premier Access has significantly enhanced her ability to earn additional compensation on top of the $20 million that she has received to date. It's like, don't just be throwing my contract out there like that. Like, all right, well, you want to sue us? We tell
Right,
you
yeah, we
everything.
count all the details. Like,
We already
you're
gave you-
still getting paid.
We already gave you $20 million, girl.
Yeah, because I heard her story and I was like, and then Disney came out and was like, hold on, but she getting paid too. Like,
Yeah.
like by us doing this, don't make it seem like you wasn't getting paid for the
Like we
streaming.
totally screwed you over type of thing.
Right. But I get it. But like what I said, like with that Dune movie I brought up, they're exclusively releasing it on box office first at least, because you guys asked what streaming device it's gonna be on. But I think it's just box office.
It's because they didn't want to do a deal with the streaming.
Right. So yeah, it's definitely gonna be different nowadays, for sure. It's like who's gonna win? It's box office versus streaming right now.
Yo, that Voider Squad scares straight.
Who's gonna pay the most? Streamers or theaters? Damn, is theaters gonna go out of business? Can they keep up? Do they have money to buy these movies? And how does that work? I got some research.
I think it's just gonna depend. We'll have to talk about this for if we go back on another lockdown. If we go down on lockdown, there's gonna be a lot of businesses that are just gonna go obsolete. I think.
No, yeah. If another lockdown's gonna be detrimental. That's why I don't see that happening.
But I don't know if it's gonna happen. I don't see it happening either.
There's no way, bro.
Yeah, one lockdown was crazy. Two
Exactly.
lockdowns.
No, there's no way.
One, just
I don't see
all
that.
the other things that go into it. There's a
They'd
lot.
rather let people die than do
Mentally, that plays a toll on a lot of people if we go on lockdowns. One, money's taken away from people.
They can't do it.
Two, you're
unemployment like
fucking
that
locked
again.
in. Yeah, no,
They gave
can't.
away so much money, bro.
One, this is
You
my
know how much
humble
money they
opinion.
gave away?
My humble opinion, locking down and staying in your house isn't the most healthiest thing for an individual
Bro,
to do.
it's
You
not
need
healthy.
sunlight.
It's not
you
healthy
need
for
to
the
be exposed to
economy,
shit.
for the person.
Exactly.
for
All
anything.
of it. You name it.
Yeah, it's not like that's basically quitting. Quitting is not good unless you're ahead.
It's not really
Quit while you're ahead. That's the only way you should quit. But just to like quit and give up, or giving up. Let's say that. You should never give up.
What are we talking about? Why is Stephen A. Smith in a shirtless, in a t-shirt?
This fool's doing his boxing.
I don't
Have you ever
know.
seen
I
this
don't know what
boxing?
you
Yeah.
You was in your own world over there.
Yeah, I don't know what y'all were talking about.
You definitely did. You was
Lastly,
shaking your head like, what are y'all talking about?
you talking about giving up and stuff. Lastly, NBA and free agency is underway. Big, hot, and heavy. Before we get out of here, any big transactions, anything scary, anything worth noting?
Well, obviously, everyone's already talked about the Lakers. Lakers obviously did a lot. They got Russell Westbrook.
They had to. They didn't have nobody on the roster.
True. Teams that shocked me, the Bulls surprised me. Low-key, the Knicks surprised me. I think the Knicks got better. They got,
Oh, hold on. Well, you can't just skip over the Bulls. Why did the Bulls surprise you?
because of who they got. They got
What
DeMar
they get?
DeRozan, Lonzo Ball, Alex Caruso.
Alex Caruso, make sure you
Yeah.
say that.
With the core that they already have.
36 mil,
That's
4
all that-
years.
With
Let's
the-
go,
Lonzo
AC.
Ball.
Caruso. And Lonzo, they trying to get the little Lakers over there.
So I think they did a good job. I think
DeRozan surprised me. That was
the Knicks too did a good job this offseason.
Okay.
They
What about the Knicks?
They got Evan Fournier, who I think is going to be. They need pieces around their core, and I think they got some good pieces around their core.
I wish I had a fart sound for every time you said Evan Fournier.
Yeah, I mean, he's not the best of player, but he's not the worst of player.
No, for sure.
Like when he was on the Magic, he was still playing well, and I think they needed scores, someone that could space the floor a
Yeah,
little
he was
bit
just
more.
taking 20 shots per game, but
He's not going to be taking 20 shots for them. I don't think
so
so.
it's going to be scoring a lot less points.
You think a lot less? You said? Yeah, I don't think he's going to be taking 20 shots.
Yeah.
I think Kemba Walker is still like pretty slept on. Like I think he's a solid player still. He's better than Alfred Payton, I would say.
That's crazy. He bought out his contract to play with the Knicks.
I'd be curious though what they're gonna do with the point guard. I would assume Derrick Rose would just still come off the bench and just start Kemba.
Damn.
But to re-sign Derrick Rose, Norman Noel, and Alec Burks and Taj Gibson, those are all good re-signs. I think they had a good offseason.
With their core, especially, I think their
For sure.
core is better than Chicago's 100%.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Any other?
I mean, it's Zach LaVine, Vucevic versus Julius Randle and Barrett.
And Mitchell Robinson, and Quickly, and Frank.
Don't put Frank in there. Don't you put Frank in there. You didn't even want to.
He's been getting minutes. But Mitchell Robinson, I think Mitchell Robinson's he's like the X factor for me.
Okay.
If he can stay healthy, if he can block shots and get rebounds like he's supposed to be, I think he's the X factor. Noel coming off the bench to support him. They just got deeper. That's what you're supposed to do. If they could have got like one more like DeRozan to throw in there, I think they would be.
That would have been crazy. They were trying to, I heard.
I heard that would make them a little bit more scary, but I think easily playoff team. Andre Drummond went to Philadelphia. Okay.
After this fool, Joel Embiid said he had real estate in his head.
And after somebody was like, you don't have to sign a vet minimum. And he was like, yeah, right. And then he went to Philadelphia for a 1 year vet minimum deal.
He's not that guy.
Yeah. I think we proved that. JaVale McGee to Phoenix. It's cool to see him still getting paid. Chris Paul resigns a 4-year deal. Does Chris Paul have 4 years left in the tank?
Like, he's got like 2 good years, but he'll be around for 4 years, yes.
They'll trade him in a couple years. Kyle Lowry to Miami. Is that noise?
A little bit. I mean, it makes them more competitive, but I don't think they're better than the Nets or the Bucks.
Bro, that's noise just because Kyle Lowry is finally getting out of Toronto.
I agree with that. That's like.
And I think they're better than Milwaukee, for sure.
Man,
You think they're
But
better?
He
Milwaukee's
finally
the
getting out of
champ,
that.
so you gotta-
Nah, they're not better than Milwaukee.
I think so.
Nah. Giannis is still running on
Who's
them.
better than Milwaukee?
Miami.
I'm gonna say
I
that's a
heard
no.
it, folks.
I'm gonna say that's a big no.
Miami better than Milwaukee.
I'm around with it. Yeah, no.
But besides that, I mean, we could bring up Steph. This fool was the first player to get 2 $200 million contracts in an NBA career.
So he's the new Kobe as far as not leaving the team.
I mean, if you're comparing him from just not leaving the team, yeah, I would agree with that.
That's what I said. He would not leave Golden State, bro.
Why would you though? You're a legend there.
Why would Kobe?
Exactly.
He was about to, though.
That's what I'm saying.
He almost came to Denver.
Who?
Supposedly. Kobe.
And Chicago.
Kobe almost came to Denver before or after the fucking charge.
This was after, I think.
No fucking way.
I didn't know that.
No
either.
fucking
Was it before? There was rumors that he was coming to
No
Denver.
way.
I know he wanted to get out of the
Bro,
Lakers.
I'm not lying to you. I promise you. I'll look it up right now.
Go ahead. But we're gonna keep moving on.
Nah, I'm gonna tell you right now because I know that shit was a fact.
There's no back, but go ahead. What else we got? Nothing?
This fool Trae Young signed his contract extension, which every rookie does sign their extension. But that means Luka must be ready to sign his too. And then Jeff Green went to the Nuggets. That shit was random. Jeff Green, why is he not retired yet?
No, yeah, heart surgery and everything.
Hell,
Crazy.
they're talking about LaMarcus Aldridge might make a comeback.
Damn. From Spurs?
Yeah, because he had heart problems too.
Yeah, Jeff Green had heart surgery, but he balled after heart surgery. Like, that was one of his big things.
Yeah, it looks like the Knicks, Miami, and the Lakers make the most moves.
Alright, Lakers. How come Dwight Howard ain't getting his credibility like he should?
Because he's old.
How come he ain't on the picture? There's like 4 Lakers on the pictures.
Who would you take out?
Right.
No, there's 4 Lakers on the picture.
Who would you take out?
Nobody. Why don't you put Dwight in there? He's a
He
fifth
doesn't
one.
start. He's not a starter.
Why would you have to take somebody out?
Why would you put a bench
Why would you
player?
have to take somebody out though?
Because why would you put more than 4 niggas in the picture?
Because when you start a basketball game, there's 5 people on the court.
Yeah, but that's not a picture. And he doesn't start, so that's 2
I'm
L's.
just saying, he's an Olympian. He's an All-Star.
He's a bench player. He's gonna get 10 minutes off the bench.
So Carmelo's gonna start.
He has a better chance than.
Is Carmelo gonna start?
Maybe.
He might. I can see them starting.
I know Dwight's not starting. For
Maybe
sure.
is not.
How do we know, nigga? We're not coaches.
Okay, how do we know Dwight's not?
Because he hasn't started for 7 years.
Well, I'll say
Melo
Dwight-
started last year in Portland.
And Dwight.
What are you talking about?
They got a
They have 5 centers.
Marc
my nigga.
Gasol. They got Marc Gasol's gonna start.
They have no
I think.
small forwards.
Marc Gasol's not an Olympian.
He is.
Yeah, he is.
He definitely
What?
is.
He won a gold with Spain.
Dick Farrell.
Yes.
Yeah, bro.
I didn't know Spain was gold.
They whooped USA's ass. But you know me, I'm Team Lakers, so I don't know. I think the Lakers need more shooting. It's gonna be scary. The good thing about the Lakers is they always make transactions. They always are willing to upgrade and update. They said LeBron is the longest standing Laker right now, which is crazy.
With gonna be his 4th year. That's crazy. Who had the worst offseason? I could tell you someone that was a Laker.
That's the worst off season.
It's a
Like,
player, not even an organization. It's a player.
Or something.
He was on the Lakers. He might be on the Lakers. He might not be on the
He's
Lakers.
definitely not coming back. Or Schroeder?
Yes, definitely. Bro, he should have took that. Why did he
Oh.
not take that contract when they offered it to him?
I think Drummond might have a bad one too, because he was supposed to get $100 million. He
True.
was scheduled to get 100 before he came
Touche.
to LA, but shit, Schroeder too.
Yeah.
But Schroeder hasn't signed yet, so it's like we don't.
We'll
know.
see what he's gonna get, but I honestly feel like it's gonna be a shorter deal. So
Where's he gonna go?
What happened
Who
to
else needs
Schroeder?
a point guard?
He turned down like a 4-year, $84 million or 3-year, $84 million to stay with the Lakers because he thought he was gonna get more. And
He turned it
a
down.
lot of money's been bought up. There's not a whole lot of money left out there in the market for
What
a
was
point
he
guard.
thinking?
The Lakers don't need him no more. That's for sure.
Right, like you see who they're getting.
Well, they got better deals from cheaper deals. They're like, oh,
We got Kendrick Nunn. I just realized Kendrick Nunn was such a not necessarily a good shooter, but like
good score.
from the free throw,
Yeah.
for his percentage.
Yeah, the Lakers are not a place you have to negotiate.
Oh, yeah.
There's not much room to negotiate.
Who did you guys? I know this is free agency, but who did the Lakers draft? Did they have a draft pick at all this year? Probably not, because Anthony
They
Davis
gave it
trade,
up,
right?
right? They gave it up.
They gave it up. They had the 22nd and they traded it for
Yeah, I don't think they had a
Russell
first
Westbrook.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
They included it in that deal. But I did like the THT re-signing too.
And it was a pretty like friendly deal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But what's crazy is we just signed Kuzma to like a 4-year, $50 million friendly deal too, and we still shipped his ass out. So I'm like, damn, Washington.
I mean, if you have Kuz or Russell Westbrook, any damn trade.
I think Washington is like kind of filling out their edges too, and it'll be tough for them to actually compete in the East with fucking Brooklyn and.
Bro, Washington is not gonna do nothing, bro.
I think they're gonna make some noise though.
Bro,
I think they're
their
building.
chance was last year with fucking
They're building in the right
John
direction.
Wall and Westbrook.
They definitely didn't have John Wall.
And John Wall and Bradley Beal when they had them together.
Yeah, whenever they were together, that was their best team.
They didn't have no bench.
I'm gonna say no. I don't think they're gonna be a playoff team. I
Yeah,
think Bradley Beal's gonna be out of there.
just-
I think at some point he's gonna request a trade to get the heck out of there.
So you think Bradley Bill's gonna request a trade, but not Damian Lillard?
I mean, Portland's been a playoff team, and they're gonna, even if next year they still have a great chance of being a playoff team. Wizards, it's like,
They were a playoff team.
but do you think they will be? Could you guarantee? Would you bet your money that they're gonna be a playoff team? Who would you bet first is gonna make the playoffs? Portland or the Wizards?
I think Portland's a better team for sure, but I'm not betting on either of these niggas, to be honest.
My whole point is Portland's better.
Portland
They've
shits the
had a
bed
better-
every year. We always think Portland's about to be fire, and they always shit us.
No, what I think is gonna happen, and I've been seeing this surfacing around. I think maybe Draymond Green might end up being a Portland Trailblazer.
Is that gonna help him?
Mm.
That's crazy, but
I can't see them moving none of them three. Their big three, none of the Wizards' big three. Or Warriors' big three.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I can't see them moving that.
I don't see Draymond leaving. That's crazy.
Unless they tell them like, all right, I'm open. But
To me, if there's anyone gonna leave out of those three, it's gonna be Draymond.
nobody wants Draymond Green. Nobody's trading for
I
him.
don't want him. I don't want him. I'm just saying I've been hearing that they're good friends. You know that goes a long way.
To the Wizards, you said?
No, to
Philly? Oh, Portland? Him and Dame are good friends?
Yeah, that's what they're saying from this Olympic team is they like to hang out with each other.
Man.
You know how that shit goes? Look at the Lakers. Look what LeBron did to the Lakers. He just built his own roster.
LeBron's did this every year he's been in the NBA.
But this is definitely a win now team. It's
Oh,
like
yeah,
either you
they're
gotta
old as hell.
you gotta win now and then we all gonna be pooped for about 4 more years again. So
Yeah, it's up to Anthony Davis. He's the young boy.
oh, they about to be
Ariza
pooped.
been fucking chasing.
Fuck you. This is Anthony Davis make or break year. I don't have nothing else to say. I feel like we're all slap happy. So what else? do you guys
One thing
think?
I will say is Nuggets didn't have that exciting of an offseason, but I am excited about Noshawn Highlands or Bones Highland.
Bones?
Yeah.
That's good.
He didn't get to compete in the tournament because of COVID. But watching his highlights and getting to know him more and his story,
His
like
story, yeah.
he's had a rough life already, and you can tell he's just very blessed and thankful for that. But I honestly think he's kind of a low-key still in the draft. I think he's what we needed considering Jamal Murray's going to be out, and Will Barton's only going to be there for 2 more years, so I think he could be a good person to step up in.
They will not let go of Will Barton, boy. Huh?
Yeah, well, it was like, who are we gonna replace him with at that point?
It's like, yeah, we need guards.
It was kind of just the situation the Nuggets were in.
They sure let go of Paul Millsap.
About time. What the fuck? About time.
But like, we can get Jermichael Green and Jeff Green and still save money on this dude's contract.
Exactly. We were overpaying him for the longest.
But that's the thing too. I wonder where Millsap's gonna go. There's still a few free agents out there, so I'm interested to see how it's all gonna play out. But if I had to choose like 2 dark horses, I think Miami and I think Washington and Chicago. But I think a lot of people got the eye on Chicago. But I think the Wizards. Well, it depends what Dinwiddie can come and produce, but I think they can be in that 6, 7, 8 spot for sure.
I'm not convinced because if they weren't that good with Russell Westbrook, I think they had a better team last year than they will this year.
I don't think so.
But
And they were hurt last year. They were so hurt last year.
I mean, Spencer Dinwiddie's coming off an injury. He didn't play basically the whole season.
Right, I just said it depends on Dinwiddie's health too, but they got deeper for sure.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm still not convinced. And even if so, they're in the same boat as Portland, so they both him and Dame should get the fuck out of there.
I agree. I would like Dame to go to New York, but it might be. I don't know. They can still trade Kimba.
I don't know what New Orleans is doing though. The Pelicans, I really don't know. I don't know where their vision's going.
Yeah, they got a new coach.
I don't know if I get it.
I think they got better though. I'm not gonna hold you.
I don't.
They got a new
I think
coach.
they stayed pretty the same.
They got what's the boy from Big Boy? Not Vucevic, but
Valanciunas.
Valanciunas. I think will help.
That's the one thing that I think was a good move, but besides that, I'm like,
Devontae Graham, get them more shooting. Graham is nice, bro. You guys gotta do your research.
No, I mean, I watch. I know Devontae Graham. I know he could be a scorer. But, like, yeah, he's better in certain areas than what Lonzo was, but I think Lonzo's the overall better player, in my opinion.
Long term, for sure, but not last year. He didn't know shit. Lonzo's all on potential.
Lonzo had his best shooting career from 3 last year. He actually became a good 3-point shooter last year.
About time, shit.
But that was
So
last
what
year.
does his other numbers look like, though? Did he average 10 points per game? Did he play more than 50 games in his whole career? Lonzo is all on potential.
What do you think he averaged? Because I'm telling you, they're pretty good numbers.
I don't know, tell me.
He averaged 14.6, 4.8, 5.7. That's great. And not even talking about the defensive end that he adds on.
If he's available, for sure.
True, he is hurt a lot.
Availability is
And let's see,
biggest.
Devontae Graham. And this fool's hurt too.
Yeah.
Bro, this shit's crazy.
They're like the same. This fool had a 14.8, 2.7, 5.4.
And you think Lonzo's better?
I do. Because this isn't calculating the defensive end where I think he's arguably even better at.
Devontae's better at shooting. So I don't know, it just depends on what you need. and-
Because let's see, he shot last year 3-point percentage. Lonzo was 37.8, which is pretty good. Last year 3-point percentage, Devontae Graham was 37.5.
Look
Field
at
goal
the-
percentage.
Look at the years, all the years too.
Well, no, we're just looking at last year. Why are we? So we're gonna look at every career. We want to do all of it, okay? So this is Lonzo Ball for career, but that's why I said he became a better 3-point shooter. But career, he is at a 35%. Lonzo Ball is.
What about points?
Points 11.7.
Solid.
Devontae Graham, points 13.3, 3-point field goal percentage, 37.
I feel like they just needed more scoring probably. And Lonzo's way more expensive.
True, because he's a better player.
That's all I have left.
That's all I have too.
Let's get to all.
And that's all I have.
Bro, did y'all know Rihanna had exclusive like distribution on Amazon?
Anyone can. You know you can sign up right now to sell on Amazon.
No, I'm saying she specifically picked Amazon to distribute. And her fashion shows, all that is Amazon Prime. The shows are premiered on Amazon Prime.
So she has like a partnership with
So basically, Amazon got that trying to throw that $1 billion too. So Amazon thanked Rihanna, a black woman.
but Amazon not taking over.
Episode 28.
Amazon took over.
They are.
Bro, that deal's done.
That was 2019, I understand that.